So, after returning from the sewers, the group was scattered to their respective guilds. The dwarf returning to the dwarven engineers with a bag of heads. The elf hiding from presumably the group's wrath. The dwarf and the halfling then proceeded to go up to and report to the shootsman, who promptly told them to leave my office with the heads. I reported to the college, and the group eventually met back up to decide what we were doing. At which point I went to go speak with the anatomy college, and I
figure out what a woman is.
I informed her, and she still wants us to find. I informed her of the deaths of her two apprentices, and she wants us to find some kind of proof as to the deaths of these two apprentices. Then I went to go speak with Shootsman once again. Or rather, I went to go speak with Shootsman after they had spoken with him, and I received a note detailing a assassination plot against notable members of the city, including the professor at the anatomy college. Then, after a long and arduous conversation, we decided to go talk to Pigeons for a good chunk of the night.
We have another long
Lord Featherington.
Whilst the elf was stalking the halfling in his sleep. Then, once we returned, we all decided to go. The majority of us decided to go to the. I forget the name of the location.
Red Moon Inn?
Not the Red Moon Inn. The building that we just. The Hallage, thank you. We all decided. A majority of us decided to go to the Hallage, in which I learned that it is completely off limits, and promptly had a seizure when we tried to enter the area.
That's right. Yeah. Magical protections.
I left, you guys found nothing, and we returned back. Nothing as far as I know. And we returned back to the college, or back to the tavern, where you two went off, tailed presumably by my character. And that's where we left the night of.
It's our secret safe.
Say a note to self. Kill the mage. All right.
Yep.
Just put that with all the others, so all
spent
the other
XP.
characters.
You spent XP.
I did spend XP.
Where did you spend XP on?
Toughness? Yep, I got the toughness. I got my next toughness bonus, and now I'm all set.
So now you have 100 hit points.
No, 40.
Close enough.
That's still a lot. Especially with your damage reduction.
Can't be touched.
Given that basic troll has 32.
Oh my god.
Let's take one.
We need to get him dishonored now. You
That's
become
right.
a slayer now.
Then he loses his armor, and he
Also-
can be killed.
I'll still have 7 DR.
It's fine. My
Better
skin
than,
is
it's
gone.
better than
Your
16.
damage reduction is more than my, almost my entire health pool. God.
Send him first.
Urban stealth and track.
Okay.
A little bit of ballistic skill.
Ballistic skill.
Urban or underground stealth.
Underground stealth.
I can't see in the dark, but I can hide
You
there.
can sneak there.
None of us can see in the dark anymore.
I can.
Right.
Oh,
You're
wait,
hiding
no,
so well nobody can see you
Right.
because it's dark.
Yeah.
That.
Gossip and bribery.
Main character, Intimidate.
That.
Side character, Storing for a talent.
Okay. Sounds good.
Side character bought Etheric Attune, not Etheric Attunement, Second Sight.
Second sight.
I thought I
And
might.
the rest is getting stored too.
Sean, mine's still showing 200 points from before. I'm just not touching them. It was when I changed classes.
Okay.
I spent 200.
Okay.
But it didn't take it. But it's just sitting there. I mean, I'll spend it if you want me to.
Dude, I don't even track that. It's not accurate
I
at
believe
all.
you can just
It automatically
add
comes
to
off.
the
It should
spend
be.
value.
It should be
Not
when
when
you
you've
spend
been
it.
fucking it up and giving yourself
It didn't allow me to
points and
spend it
stuff.
when I dragged it
So,
over. I dragged over the new class into the career at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, my experience is not matched up right at
I-
all.
I can
But what he's talking
possibly,
about is current.
if I get your character sheet, I can automate
There you go.
I
Give
just
it all
updated it to spend.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It keeps
you can,
taunting me.
I can
That'd be
change
nice.
the spent category. I can't change
Because
the
I'm pretty
current
sure
for some
I've
reason.
lost
Gotcha.
5 points here,
Okay.
5 points there because, like, today I spent.
You could
45
actually
points.
go in there and
We got 50, so there's 5
I
floating
had to
out
do
there.
the same thing when I advanced
You know
my
what I'm saying?
character.
I've done that
spend
how many
it a couple
times.
times.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
can
pretty sure
update the spent
And like every
field.
3
I
weeks
remember I
or
went
so,
and
I'll be like,
redid the
okay, I should have an extra
change of
15
class,
points or 10
and
points.
there's a way to
Give
do it where
myself
it
an
does
extra skill
spend
point.
from your
It's what it's
during
supposed
my
to.
build.
I mean, it should be fairly reliable if you're paying
It's
attention
just
to
a
the
guess
numbers
at
when
this
you do
point.
your updates. If not, like I said, you can manually update the
I wouldn't be
spend zone.
surprised if I'm off by 200 at this point. Like, I haven't spent 200 points that I should have.
Something I noticed about Foundry recently or lately, I don't know about it now, but earlier when we were doing it, if you were to spam the button, it would buy multiple traits when you didn't have the XP, just as a warning.
Bye.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't think it has a check
Otherwise, I
for
would.
things for not having the XP.
It will check at
25,
some point, but it used to check it too slow, and I noticed this a couple
okay.
times.
Probably bug it that way.
You're damn
Yeah.
near the same as me.
Okay.
Whenever I noticed it, I would
One.
try to stop
Ballistic skill.
doing it.
You're only 3 off.
But just to point out, you might also have a couple points that
What was
How about
the
by accident?
skill?
Okay.
What's
Hey,
the
purchase.
So,
70 something.
No, like,
since the last game, I updated the quest log. So, as a reminder for what you guys currently have in place,
oh my god,
I can't. I don't think
since
that's
there's been a lot of different storylines
yeah, I'm
and
not
so forth.
your total XP isn't right at it.
And when we last left off, Biscuit was back, Tolman was there, the elf was there, and out on the street was
That says I have more XP.
Alan.
Hiding behind him is the stealthy dwarf.
I didn't even notice
Nah. What, if anything, would you guys like to do? You reunited with the dog.
Yay! I'm playing with a dog.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know anything nefarious is afoot yet. So yeah, I'm just happy to be there with my dog. I'm gonna go get a drink
Okay.
and some food,
Okay.
I go with him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna feed my dog.
and before he orders a drink, I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "The young man here would like some Tlakaelel Red."
I don't like wine.
Oh, it's not wine. Wait till you taste it.
What is it?
You'll see.
Bartender gets some food, puts it out, tosses a bit of meat and gristle to Biscuit, who eats it up quite quickly. He looks like he's been well fed for most of the day. Don't you and what's the other two says? I'm sorry, we're all out of that, sir.
It's too bad.
Darn. I'll have a whiskey, please.
Okay. Might have a shipment maybe the next day or two.
Understood. You listen out. I'm really pissed off right now for multiple reasons. Just out of curiosity, when I went to touch him, and this is part of why I touched him, when he turns back around, I just kind of, I'm letting my hand drop down his side, and it probably will be basically trying to do sleight of hand. I want to see if he's got the dagger on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I? With a dagger on there.
There's a good reason why you wouldn't have the dagger on you.
I'm alive. I have the dagger on me.
Okay. There's other circumstances that were involved earlier.
Elf's paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys gonna just eat and drink for a bit?
So how many,
Funny thing about cursed items.
so how many times have you tried to pickpocket that knife
So
off him?
I'm gonna.
Oh, he could pickpocket it off me so easy.
I can.
His skill versus my perception.
Can he though?
I'm gonna sit there with the fork
Okay.
going between my fingers as I sip on a, if they have it, mead or something like that.
Hey, you feel
I'm, if we're gonna be here for a while, it like seems I'm gonna go around and start gossiping with everybody and,
Okay.
and chatting it up and
Okay.
enjoying my time and what other threads can we pull, like story wise? I'm gonna use the gossip skill to try to pull out some
Sure, there are plenty of threads you
conversation.
can pull in.
Where's the tab for all the quests?
It's the little bottom one on the far left.
bookmark for a while.
and then it's gonna be like the scroll.
Then it's up, down, down, across the
Oh, okay.
So do
Missing converner.
Convener. It's Goddard. The one. Then they grabbed me and tried to get information from me, but I'm just dumb. I had a question on that, Sean, because I had read it. We don't know yet Cult of the Jade Scepter or any of that, right?
From the description, the group could probably identify that.
Okay, I just
They,
want to make
they
sure
were very colorfully
Yes.
decorated,
right.
and so forth.
Oh yeah, he did just kind of disappear at some point.
No, he hadn't. He was still in charge of everything.
I was really confident. We never encountered him like the entire last quarter of the.
I'll just message it to you. So
Well,
last
most of the court you haven't encountered
Yeah.
since the end of the last chapter.
That's a fair point. We don't like going to
People
the
like to take daggers from the dude from his house.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
yeah, is that where that came from?
Not where that one.
No, that came from the castle.
No, what I took from this guy's house was
Jim.
a writing kit and a signet ring,
Could we get that?
Bag of gems.
which I still have the signet ring.
Could we get the writing kit or signet ring tracked?
Why would we want to do that?
Like magic to bring it back to the original owner.
I'm getting one. It's mine.
Probably hanging out with that hand mirror
Yeah.
and comb.
Cute little music box.
Why would you bring stuff up like that?
Every single.
I still don't blame you as a player. I would have done the exact same thing.
And you're both horrible people.
I would have just pushed it on the stairs first.
Or
It
it
would
wouldn't
have been
have
easier.
hesitated.
You don't have to worry about it coming back.
I mean, he would have hit the evidence a little bit better, but
Okay, so give me a gossip roll.
Hit the evidence. I was gonna burn the building down.
what's a shame?
Wow, this sounds missing.
Our family heirlooms lost in
Got
fire.
mugged. Not really mugged.
So there's several recent murders.
When they held me up against the wall.
Yeah.
what
That was a
difficulty?
different
Yeah,
question.
they asked me about
Assassination plot.
Normal.
and I was
Except
like,
why you
Public, normal.
because I don't know anybody.
Right,
that
but
wants
there's
So
actual
average?
murders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Public or private?
Yeah, they have quite a few
someone
bodies.
around-
private.
Blind.
someone
Huh?
in our group.
Private.
Okay, I'll
Morris
do
Gardens
Okay.
from notable people that have been killed.
Okay.
That's the one I want to go to.
Which one did you see in that? Assassinations, obviously. Yeah, I was trying to get us to go that, but you guys decided to get me a seizure.
I'm gonna play up the whole like fragile, scared halfling thing, and use that angle
Okay.
to see if anybody will give me any more information on it.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of people comment that the general impression you get is people. There's some talk about people going missing, like normal,
Yeah,
in any big city.
Mhm.
Nobody really focuses in on anybody in particular or any region. The impression you get is most of these are probably just notables that either went on a trip without letting people know, or maybe somebody disappeared, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Like nobody's
per se.
seen bodies and
Right, yeah,
streets or anything
definitely
like that.
nobody's seen bodies.
Just
along
people
those
are
lines.
disappearing.
Correct. Well, you've heard reports on that.
Right.
These people say, "Oh yeah, my second cousin's brother went disappeared 3 weeks ago. Nobody's heard from him." And that girl he was hanging out is gone too. I mean, most of the people you're talking to here at the bar seem to have conspiracies, but in many cases you feel that they're they have logical conclusions to it.
Is there any like connection between them? Like, are they all a certain age group or economic band or anything like that?
Everybody that you're talking to, it's like well-off people, silver social class or better.
Ooh. Okay.
But again, it sounds like you might be reading more into it than what I'm trying to get at. It's more of, yeah, I was missing my friend for a week. I thought he had disappeared, and then it turned out he was just sleeping out the drunkenness,
Ooh,
recovering type
okay.
stuff. All of them seem to have a logical answer as opposed to a mysterious missing person.
Okay.
However, you do talk to a couple of people Some farmers that come in that say they heard about Ava's and they really wanted to catch a show and so forth before they head back out after dealing with stuff. And they're commenting about how a lot of folks have been coming to Middenheim searching for missing family from the outlying lands. They suspect beastmen from Druckwald, but it's easier to think they came here just to make their names, I suppose. The way some of them wail, I'd say half their families disappeared just to get away from the noise.
Whoever said that's an asshole.
Okay. A couple of other people comment about how they've been seeing a increase in witch hunters in town recently.
First time.
Swanning about full of heirs in Ulrich Golden City, no less. It's shameful to see them handle our affairs for us. Ulrichans can punish cultists just fine. We don't need any Empire interference.
Okay. Is there any word as to what they're actually investigating?
No, nobody. None of them seem to know.
Okay.
They're commenting that where I know last game it was commented that the witch hunters had all left, which they did shortly before the festival. Several of the locals are commenting that there's been a notable return of a handful of witch hunters in the city. So there is a presence here. At which point, whatever they're investigating, they're tracking it down. There hasn't been any public announcements or burnings as of yet, but that's sure to come shortly.
I'm gonna drop hints here and there that there might actually be some nefarious dealings happening in the city.
Okay.
And, I've heard rumors of undead and things like that in the city. Even creatures in the sewer.
Okay.
Bigger creatures than normal in the sewer. And see if I can get people to, buy me a drink for the story.
Sure, yeah. I mean, a couple of people are entertained by the story. Almost nobody puts any real stock into it. They think it's just an entertaining story of, ooh, giant rats in the sewer. I haven't heard that one before. That sort of stuff. But yeah, they don't seem to really believe it, but they're entertained by it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm
doing it just to aggravate him.
Yeah, they buy your food and drink for the night.
It's a really good thing you're a bad actor.
I'm not bad.
Where are? Did you ever come in?
Nope.
Simply it's nighttime right now. I'm in the
It's like 1 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, I'm in the room watching Pickens.
Say, hey,
Okay.
the damn mage followed us here, by the way. That death one.
Oh, yeah, so?
What's he up to?
Who knows? You can't even tell where he's looking.
Sure.
Really?
Especially with sunglasses.
He's got black eyes, man.
That's just right.
He could be cross-eyed for all we know.
That is a damn good point.
Black eyes, that's dangerous on the roads in winter.
What are you saying? A woman with two black eyes?
Nothing. You already told her twice.
It's a joke, YouTube.
Anyways.
So why am I here? Well, I've got my dog. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So
Your dog's been bouncing around the room, entertaining itself, talking to other people.
I will trust that whatever fate he is meant to will happen.
Okay.
And I leave.
Okay. So.
where are you going, Fred?
Yeah, he leaves about 2 a.m. or so.
Nice way of not saying faith.
That's right.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Are you going anywhere in particular?
Fate.
It is amazing. I have to say, it's amazing how often I use that word.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I know it's bad for me, I'm like trying to keep it in check.
And you still use it.
No.
You're one of the few that's actually paying attention to it. Everybody else is going to get surprised when I say, look at that. That matches up.
Okay. In all fairness, mine is scythe. The scythe in the field. What?
Mm-hmm.
It's after midnight.
Yeah.
Let's go see more. Are we going to the more place where the dead people are? Come on, let's go to more.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a fair point.
Yeah.
Countryside.
I know mine. I'm not willing to share it.
Oh.
I had actually something I needed to do, but the place I tracked the wagons to from the haulage.
It's got to get to charity.
I want to get down there and check that place out for a few hours.
Okay. Yeah, it was a couple of businesses around the place that they had delivered stuff.
It's also given to charity.
Are they businesses that people are living in?
The first one is like a general store. which they would be leaving above it.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is a
Check it with these signs and stuff like that.
okay. Yeah, I mean you go there and check. You do find markings indicating that they have thief association with the respective neighborhoods.
When he leaves,
They don't seem to be like one group of rogues.
when he leaves the moon, I'll go in and check on the halfling, make sure he's not dead or gone.
Okay, yeah, he's sitting with a elderly couple. They're all laughing together right now,
Aw.
talking
Yeah.
about rats.
Yeah, grandson.
Then I'll just leave. I'll go
Yeah.
back to the majority of the group.
Last time factories left
Okay,
old elderly people, they paid them and they killed each other.
What? When did this happen?
I mean, you're not wrong.
When did this happen?
Actually, I paid them.
Mm-hmm. And they killed each other.
He's just
Oh, that
Dun,
time.
dun, dun. I guess you could make the argument that would be my first kill of the game.
then they elderly
Bribery.
they had the cat thing. I mean, you're just helping the social security of.
I have no idea how that man died.
Just
It's not like wherever he goes, people die.
Yeah.
he's a doctor. I
You
mean,
keep telling me this is medieval Europe. People just die all the time.
Sure,
Huh?
it just happens to be coincidental. You're there.
The argument can be said for all of us.
nobody dies around.
It's far more entertaining to say about you.
I
Than
can't help
Yeah,
that you're
you're
weak.
the one.
This motherfucker's killed more people than any of us.
I simply just don't hide my kills.
It's kind of hard to hide and kill when you kill him with a battle axe.
Okay, so you guys getting some rest for the night?
Yeah.
If
Otherwise-
any of the establishments are not manned, if they're not people living there, I would break in
Okay.
just to see if I can figure out what was delivered from that haulage.
Okay.
More
You
braids.
break into one of the locations and look around. There's nothing obvious.
The barrels.
No, the barrels aren't there. You don't see any sign of them. There's nothing particularly unusual about the place or anything that stands out.
Okay. Then I head back to get some rest.
Okay. Okay, so next morning, you guys wake up. Some of you a little tired, a little hungover, but otherwise rested, recovered. I assume healed for the most part. What would you care to do today? It is
We need to go speak with the priest of more.
gone.
Elf's infected, if that matters.
The elf's
Progression.
infected. He is infected. Yes,
Oh,
Sorry, Elf, but you're infected.
you do. You have that whole sore wound.
I had it fully treated.
Okay. So give me a fortitude save with a endurance save with a plus 30.
I can look at it for you if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Got to dig out that infection.
That's exactly.
So how do I do this?
You're just going to do modifier of 30 and then make it a challenge.
We gotta amputate it at the neck.
Oh, just 30.
Yeah,
I
just
just type 30.
Everything must be cut off in pieces.
Or I could put 10 and then make it.
Well, you could do that also. But...
Best to slice it like scallops.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Well, yeah.
By morning, you've recovered. The doctor obviously knew what he was doing. It's rare to find such a thing in this world, but your arm is feeling much better.
Fantastic.
Discovered augmentin.
So
Right.
we need to go
That
speak
that
with the
moldy
priest.
bread he fed you did its job.
That's all that matters.
Sir, why are you rubbing mold into my wound? Trust me, I've seen this work.
That's right.
And then the guy put maggots on it, right? Right, guy? Yeah, maggots.
It soaks up the blood.
I wonder.
All right, well, then I would
It was,
unsling my
it was
arm.
really discovered, I believe, because people were eating moldy bread,
Mhm.
and they were getting less of them were getting sick.
Mhm.
Was the original
Theory
behind it. That's why they started studying the mold.
All right, I gotta Google this.
Okay, because that's reliable. Anyways,
Al Gore invented.
what would you guys like to do in the morning?
You need to come with me to go speak with the priest of more.
I'm assuming somehow you guys gather up
Me?
Yeah.
for
you-
breakfast and clear
No,
notes,
that's
etc.
creepy.
Not him.
So the problem with the priest of
Not
more
the one you saw.
is if are we going to the priest of more, or are we doing what the priest of more want us to do, which is to make sure the chick don't get assassinated.
We're going to go see her body to make sure
So first things first,
it's
we're
not
gonna,
what I think it is.
We're gonna turn in the evidence that we collected last night.
The pigeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see the priest some more, or are you gonna go see some more priests?
Nice.
Ha ha.
So,
Because what I think is happening is I think whoever is dealing with this dark prince that you know referred to,
yeah,
is sending these wolves out to kill us.
gotcha.
Out to kill multiple people in the city, and I want to know if these bodies have been
The only reason you
Scra-
do the priest
killed by
more in the
scratch
campaign
marks.
is just so you could do back-to-back jokes.
ripped
That's
apart.
right.
So then
Hey, dad jokes count if one person laughs.
I've got to go by Shootsman's.
Also, if one person rolls their eyes.
And that's also a win.
So I got to go to Shootsman to drop these pigeons off.
I'm getting
That's
some new
fine.
changes to clothes, everybody.
That's what you state.
We were going to talk to you about
I
that.
only need someone who can identify the wounds.
You are all disgustingly
that's
filthy
fine.
as well.
I'm
Even the
I just
armor
bought
boy
new.
here.
No, I just bought new
I'm
clothes.
thinking we don't
He
need to
didn't.
split up.
I
I
did.
think we can
I'm
go
in
with it right
fresh
there.
polish.
Unless you want someone
Your
to go
farmer's even polished.
protect.
I actually look like super quality. Actually,
What's her name?
I'm happy.
I have a concern with the elf always having to buy new clothes.
That's what my. I was
I mean,
gonna bring that up.
it's like in every month or two he has to buy new clothes.
No,
What
not
is up
even-
with that?
Not
I get
even-
shredded.
Not even a week.
Not even a week.
Not even a week has ever
I think it's
bought
a matter
new
of
clothes.
seeing if this,
Like a
if this
boat
wolf
deal.
is
No shit.
and
Who
that
else?
case, we
I
know
buy
that
10 outfits today.
Nobody's been shredded as many times as me in this game.
Usually I wear armor that I get shredded.
Get attacked at midnight and with my knowledge of demons.
Unbreakable armor that can't be
Demons and
shredded.
fiends. These creatures are designed to attack when the moon
The
is
sewage makes it
Okay.
oily.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Then we can go do that.
That's what
But
gives them
I gotta
its
swing
stealth.
by Shootsman to drop these birds off.
Did it change?
Just
And
light on
these
it.
creatures will attack every night until they're killed or
Well, I
their
killed it.
target is slain.
I killed it, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
What are you talking about?
She isn't.
Oh, well then we don't need to protect her yet then, if it's daytime. Is that what you're saying?
Double click.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying we have time to protect her.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
what creatures?
Even the GM's like,
John,
what are you talking
John,
about?
the
I-
notebook
that's
is-
part of the
The
conversation.
assassinations,
What
we're
the-
trying to decide if one of us needs to go protect Haish,
I know.
or if, and he said that
There you
from what he knows
It's close.
about
Yeah.
demons,
I think
It's too early in the morning, Matt.
the demonic wolves.
Okay.
no. And he said if
Oh,
that's
in
the
the
case-
market,
I'm trying
man.
to understand what the logic was, because I mean, to my knowledge,
Grace is smart.
there hasn't been any reports of actual attacks on Haish,
Yeah.
other than
High
whatever the
elves
priests
here.
of Moore know.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is why
7 to
I'm
6.
saying we should go speak to.
Yeah,
we should
for-
go speak
Yeah,
loud to
elves
priests in
cannot
order to
shop.
determine if they're vital.
Okay.
So then we know.
They only
to
serve high
protect
elves
her.
here.
Okay.
Not you.
If the thing doesn't arrive at midnight, we don't have to deal with it that night.
But to swing by Shootsman's first, so
Okay.
I can stop hanging on
Yeah.
to these birds.
Good.
Agreed.
What time of the day is it
I'm
supposed to
getting
be? Because the merchant shop's not open.
It is 6 a.m. right now.
Aha.
So
Working as
Really
intended.
bring in the rathead.
And I'll go with them to
you
see.
guys got up early because the
really
halfling
give
was
him
out
the
drinking,
ratheads.
and everybody figured that would be good.
Why? He's just gonna think they're beastmen.
Okay, so after breakfast, it's about 9 o'clock. Should be open at this point.
Okay.
Pharaoh Beastman.
There you go, man. Wait, he's by the vitality trap, so we can't get it.
I mean, all joking aside,
The
that
road
we
warden
really
goes
don't
with you
know
so
the
you can buy
existence
everything
of
you're trying to look at.
It's already gone. You already bought it.
Yeah, you don't.
There's a lady in the back, like trying to braid rope as fast as possible, and he's like, "Buy 1 foot, buy 1 foot, buy 1 foot."
That's a fair point.
You can only do that until he runs out of money.
Ha! It's already not here.
Speaking of money, last time I think you were discussing things that the group needed.
Oh yeah.
Relevant.
I also bought the only healing shot.
So, no, all joking aside, and not just the dwarf saying it, people should invest in armor.
There isn't anything left that I can get right now.
We can order armor and place the orders in to have it created.
I'm
That's how
head to toe
typical-
leather. That's
Yes. We need more.
no.
I think we need to get a dog collar and lead for your dog.
Again,
too.
no, he probably does have one.
Collar, sure. I mean, that doesn't do much other than put a collar around his neck.
A lead would just be a rope, wouldn't it?
But I'm just saying he probably has one.
But
Yeah, he has a
I
rather
don't-
nice one. You're not sure where he
I
got
don't
it.
know how much armor you have, Andy.
I've got all the armor.
You got, like, what do you mean all the armor?
Chain on everything.
Nice black leather collar he has, tiny bell on it. Doesn't really make any noise.
Because, I mean, for the most part,
I take that fucking bell off.
the encumbrance isn't a huge negative at all.
Well, it's a nice thing
for buying and memorizing
Your agility,
but
but you're not using agility in combat.
I've got the leather jacket, leather leggings, male,
or is on
get
purposes,
something.
or is it
male
a matter
coat,
of
male coif.
my character
Okay.
cannot?
So I've got
memorize
yeah.
until
We
get
bought
to
we
that.
went
Your
through about
level-
all that.
It's a matter of can I
just don't have
purchase
a leather
higher
cap
level spells
underneath
right
my
now, or do I have to get to level
my-
two?
that-
That's
buy
something that you can easily get.
Any spell
That's
up
also
to
helpful.
casting number times your wizard
Oh,
level.
But I'm
Right now,
doubled
you're a
up on
first level
every
wizard.
appendage and
Second.
It's technically a second level wizard.
Yeah.
But the apprentice doesn't get any.
Why don't you
But
buy some matches?
Okay.
There's,
He has
there's
petty
one out there.
level
I've
1
been
wizard
wanting
or
to
level
buy
2 in
that,
your
so
case
I've been shopping.
can get up to CN5 spells. You can purchase them from the college.
It's
Typically 3 gold per
my
CN.
level
It
of
is the
DR
general price.
for stuff.
Once you get to the next level,
It,
you have
it won't be as
access to
extreme,
the
but it's like a
CN10
difference
library.
of like 1
Got
or
it.
2
After
points.
that, you have access
you're
to the
where
full
it's
library
more
if you really
also.
want to.
Yeah.
And
Which
it
when I get to that
heavily
point, I will be
helps
purchasing
when we're
now.
dealing with
Like
enemies.
That lets you
Yes.
purchase a scroll.
Because
You
you're
still
not
have to spend the
taking
points
half
to
or hit
learn
points in
it.
one
Yeah.
strike.
But if you want to
You're
buy a
taking
scroll
a
and just
couple
use
points.
a scroll, you
Right.
can.
And you end up buying back your buddy because you're not spending all the money on healing potions
right.
for it. So I mean, heavy armor is really good.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm just going to go get my clothing, my set of clothing that is disgusting laundered,
Okay.
because there is no clothing for sale in this list except for a courtly garb for 12 gold.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not spending 12 gold.
What would Corley garb for a wood elf look like?
A tree.
Yeah.
Are you just like a bush?
Leave.
Clothing should be on,
Like a
on there
really
for
nice,
6
like-
over.
Bush.
Says
Just
Clothing,
clothing.
there it is. 6 silver.
I mean,
Sorry.
admittedly, the merchant focuses you
Rhododendron.
towards the courtly
Rhododendron.
garb. Since because you're an elf of some repute,
Yes.
and courtly garb would make most sense.
I already have a set of courtly garb.
Yes, but I think it might be damaged also.
Shh. Oh, yeah. It's been repaired.
I think you walked through the sewer with the courtly garb or something like that.
No, I got destroyed one of the times we were out with one of his older characters.
So bloody.
Yes.
So 6 over is the base cost for a set of clothing.
Let me get rid of my other ones.
George.
I will literally have him size me and set me up, and
Sure.
I'm leaving my rags here
Okay.
to get.
You have a well-fit set of clothing.
Yes. One I'm wearing. All right.
6 for a full set of clothing?
Yeah, 6 over.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only.
You spend?
Pants are one size too big. The
Um,
shirt's one size too
Could
small.
I, instead of
It's well
like
fit.
male, since I'm not seeing a lot of that in the store, could we do like, I think it's, you pronounce it
He
gamson?
goes over to the rack and pulls off a tunic and says, "Yes, one size fits all. It's well sized."
What?
I don't know what it's a defensive jacket.
Yeah, gamson?
There's a reason they all wore tunics.
Gamson?
Gammonson. It's
That's
One well sized.
It's
Piece of
a-
brick.
this one.
chest piece.
Tie it off.
If it works.
That's just leather.
Yeah.
You already have that.
Yes,
Alright.
but you wear it underneath.
You wear your leather underneath also.
Oh,
It's
shit.
just a fancy name for the same thing.
Yeah.
So I bought a set of clothing, and then I was trying to remove because I have 2, but really only have 1
Okay.
that I'm wearing,
Uh-huh.
and it deleted both of them when I said delete it. So
Okay. So just add another one and then add 6 silver back.
or we can go in here.
Okay. So Andy, you're taking pigeons to Schutzman?
Yep.
Is anybody going with you?
I was.
I will be going with.
4 of you.
Is everybody going?
Yeah, might
He's,
as well.
he's going to getting some clothes.
Oh, I'm going to go get clothes too.
Okay. You get the 2 of them are going shopping.
Okay.
The 4 of you head over to Schutzman. You arrive there nice and early before he has his daily tasks and so forth. He seems rested, yet still tired.
Yes.
As you guys walk in, carrying birds. He says, you guys are back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's like, you guys are making a habit of this. Am I going to see, like, all of you 3 times today?
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Hopefully we've got this all figured out, our schedule.
Okay.
So we I know a bunch of guys came in last time and talked about undead and whatnot in the town, but we found the system that the Purple Hand's using to get the information back and forth, and it's using these chaos mutated birds.
Chaos pigeons?
Yeah, and one of them opens its third eye at him. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
He says,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's good to know. I'll tell my men to keep an eye out for birds with 3 eyes.
So they were. So the ones over here on this side of the cage are all ones that if you let them out, you'll see that they go back to the haulage. It proves that the people at the haulage and whoever owns it are involved. And then the other ones were in a cage at the haulage, which means they're probably going to fly somewhere else. I don't know if we keep those, or if you want to try to use your men to track where they go, to see where they may be meeting up elsewhere.
Like I can. I don't know if I trust my men though.
Oh, good call.
That's
why you
the whole
hired us?
nature. Yeah, that's why I got you guys involved.
Yeah, it's early. Sorry.
Of note, the safe house in the what's the area in the top right? The one with the girl who had the pigeon scoop on top.
Ostor.
The safe house in Ostor had these blue pigeons that were flying to it. So that is one of the locations that these pigeons will be flying to.
Okay. Were you able to track down this vizier or the cult leader that Jarman had mentioned?
Not yet. That's where we're hopefully gonna pull that out today. I hope.
Okay.
So we'll take the. I'll happily leave these ones here with you. That way you've got those, and then I'll take the ones that are going elsewhere. We'll see if we can track them then and catch. Because the one safe house didn't reveal any leads other than the pigeons, so it didn't have someone that came back to it.
We will also be attempting to deal with the assassination plot.
Spent 6 more silver.
That you informed me of yesterday.
Oh yeah, definitely pay some attention to that. We can't have citizens getting killed by people. Unless necessary.
Yeah, it's like important citizens. Yeah.
Of note, we also have faced an assassination of some kind.
You did?
Yes. Some kind of creature arrived at one of the group members' rooms, and we slew the creature.
No. I slew the creature.
However,
Okay.
this thing was sent to kill one of us or all of us at the same time. So, my prevailing theory is these things are being sent across the city to kill these.
Which sort of creature was it?
Demonic of some kind. It was a large.
Sure, by his
It was
description.
an angry blue wolf, breathed fire.
Angry blue.
Yeah, it hurt for a little bit, but you smack something enough times it dies.
I have some old reports of similar creatures or similar attacks. At least the witnesses claimed that. They were successful at the time. So whoever they attacked was dead. But they seemed to be focused more on the eastern side. Typically around the wind. Never were able to track down the source.
Oh, we are trying to do that at this point.
Okay.
Something else of note. There are all the pigeons that they're using. All the pigeons that the Purple Hand are using are marked by a purple feather amidst their.
Right.
So keep a track out for those too, not just mutated pigeons.
Well, okay. Well, like I said, I'll tell the city watch, but admittedly,
they're not useful.
Well. The city watch
insulted its entire profession.
I would argue that the city watch is useful. However, pigeons are plentiful in the city, and I don't have the manpower to search every pigeon.
Just check every pigeon. Stop and frisk.
Stop it there, pigeon! I need to check your purple feathers and a third eye.
How many eyes you got today, there, brother?
So,
Man,
yeah,
they've been coming up with all new traffic stops.
He will instruct his men to keep an eye out for purple pigeons.
Yeah.
But unless one happens to land in front of them, it's not really going to do anything. His feeling is that if some sort of demon attacked you, like I said, he has reports of similar attacks over the last year or two.
Same area.
In the general same area. Whoever it is, if somebody's targeting you, then they're probably a powerful wizard.
I agree. I believe they're connected to the necromancer cult we found in the south.
I think I killed him.
The necromancer demonology cult.
Okay.
That we found at the haulage.
I think he's dead.
I don't read, so.
There is the note that he referred to a higher up that we may have to deal with as well. We will have to deal with as well at some point.
which we think might be the whole purple hand guy.
Basically,
that
I'm
replacement.
going to draw the link that what we discussed last time with them, with the overall sewer thing, how it's the purple hand. We've confirmed it with the visions.
Okay.
And that's what he informed us to do last time.
Yeah,
So
and
that's why we're checking up with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, no, he's following the logic now that you said you have the birds and you can show that link between it. That's fine. Have you come to any conclusions beyond that? I mean, have you put a stop to this branch of the Purple Hand?
No.
Nope, that's today.
Okay.
We're gonna follow pigeons.
And do you have Gouda's address?
Yeah.
3, 4, and 5 cheesy land.
We're putting a stop to it.
That's right.
Are
We're
you
gonna ask
expecting
questions. Is that when you grilled the cheese?
Are you expecting us
Is that
to?
Parmesan Lane?
Yeah.
Are you expecting us to remove the various under kings?
No.
With location.
He's the one that's
You
he's the one that's
You
directly
kill an
associated.
under king, somebody else less predictable is going to step in.
He wants the balance. Balance.
Yeah, that's
So right now,
Just got killing him.
the city's stable. What's making it unstable is these cultists causing problems. So I need you to find this vizier and put an end to him. And probably save this Professor Hayes person if she's going to be assassinated. And take care of these things.
Good idea.
How many pigeons do we have that do not go to the cottage?
That do not go to the haulage.
Yeah.
I guess you have 2 that go both directions. 2 from and 2 that go
Okay.
to.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact number. I think it was 3 and 1, but
Yeah.
we'll say 2 and 2.
Okay, that'll work.
That's
So
what
he
you can
will
track it.
leave whichever pigeons you prefer,
Okay.
and you are willing to give up. If not, I mean, he has his information. He doesn't really need pigeons.
Okay.
So if you want to take the pigeons, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll take them on.
He takes his report. He records it and says it's a good step in the right direction. We need confirmation that the Grand Vizier has been killed
Yeah.
or stopped.
On it. So we'll leave.
Yes.
how is the reconstruction of the northwestern bridge coming
So
along?
you need armor.
I think they're on schedule. There was a bit of a delay with stone coming in from the eastern
There isn't plate
mountains.
available.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
talking
think
about.
they're
We gotta
they're planning for it to
order
be
so they can start
ready.
making the armor. So by the
next
time
year
we
fall.
need the armor, we have the armor.
Got it.
So about 18 months.
That's awesome. We're gonna have 2 plate
All right.
carriers.
Yeah.
Should have
Those
most of the
things
group
aren't built
plate.
very quickly.
I know.
Yes, let's put the mage and the
Bridge
halfling.
over
in.
100-foot call. 100-foot.
Yes,
Maybe.
and they don't
I
have
was
cranes.
thinking more
Yeah.
leather and chain for you.
I understand. the
Wizard
issue.
is up to him.
Trying to make
He's
it.
weird.
I can't carry.
You're being cumbered by a point, and that's not a detriment. Not really.
Don't look at me.
They're just going to be as slow as Hazel.
Oh, I'm already as slow as him.
If I was in full plate, I'd be as slow as him.
Just ride on his back.
I would love to do that.
No, I
Right.
thought we measured it. You're only going to be 4 speed.
Ride on his back and you use your sling.
You're only going to have 1 encumbrance.
Goldworths.
What if he was wearing plate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have him make his grundle armor to where it has just...
Straps on the back and we can just hold
No,
on.
not even
I mean, it
scratch.
would affect your archery skill, but then you prefer a sword these days.
That's the frustrating part.
He's turned into a slayer.
Hey, you just need a shield.
So now we actually stand a chance
I
of
really-
piss him off.
I really would like to be a slayer. That'd be very nice for me right now.
Elven slayer.
All right, so
They don't make
we... Anything else
They don't
Drip
make
has to
elves
say?
like that anymore.
No,
Something
I think
about elves
we
being
good. We just,
sane.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
he's the one that. You got any information on the Jade Serpent cult?
Jade Serpent Cult.
Which
Have you
elf?
been encountering them?
That's what I want.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They were wearing fancy clothes, and they're asking
Isn't
me
that the
about
berserkers?
uh,
The shells.
the disappearance
Yeah,
of
for dark
Goddard Wallenstein.
Oh, shit,
And,
is that what it's
like,
for?
I have any idea. I didn't know who it is.
And these,
I'm right.
there are cults coming out of everywhere.
okay.
Jade Serpent, if they're acting around here, they're not necessarily the most dangerous cult.
I think there's warriors. What else?
They're
Yeah.
they're
But they're not a berserker.
the explanation he gives you is that they're a chaos cult that worships Zench. Okay, they're all about
Make up your own branch.
extreme levels of fun and enjoyment. So they do violence because it's entertaining, and because it makes them feel alive to get carved up.
Oh my
Type
god.
thing. Masochists and
Gotcha.
sadists
Yeah,
and so forth.
Cool.
Like Slanesh.
That sounds like all
That's,
of the chaos.
Slanesh, I think
Kinda
is,
does.
Slanesh might be a more appropriate one. I forget exactly which one it
I'm
is.
pretty sure it's fine.
But it's another cult of chaos specifically along those lines.
That's some.
Yeah, the serpent is Slanesh.
Man, Alpha,
Good,
love
good,
them.
good for us to wipe them out if we come in contact. Then
Any chaos influence, yes,
that's
definitely.
what I like to hear. Okay.
Steer clear of the witch hunters. They don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Hopefully you can deal with anything before then.
Witch hunters are not fun.
I thought they were hilarious.
I would love to be a witch hunter in this game.
Is there a way you
Yeah.
can ensure, or at least aid
Then you
my
won't have to worry about which hunter.
aid me in not getting investigated while I do?
But you have to play
While I help you.
right? They're so like,
You got your
cut and
license?
dry.
Yeah, I have my
Bird.
license.
Not bird.
Don't
witch
get
Bird.
no.
Not
The
bird.
witch hunters don't really like my
Hey.
work.
He's saying I have a very black and white view on
If
reality.
you have a license, you're fully legal. As long as you're
Well,
not
Trump
casting
Town.
No, it's Black Wayne.
amongst the
Yeah,
town
big knockers.
and causing influence.
No,
That's not where you
The
thought
witch
that
hunters
was.
won't care.
no, that is not.
Those are on
I.e., you're not allowed to cast spells that are dangerous.
Yeah.
Or that cause any
Not black.
influence
Look how skinny
in
everybody else
public.
is.
Yeah, I get the idea.
It's not just black.
As
and white,
long as you
it's
do
black,
that
white,
and nobody accuses you of heresy or witchcraft, you're safe from the witch hunters. They seem very reasonable for folk.
Very reasonable.
Yeah. I would steer clear of them.
How many
They never
witch hunters
accused
come
the
to
dwarf
town?
of magic.
I heard a squad of them came in about a week ago, maybe a dozen.
Do they have a base of operations in the city, or are they just?
No, generally they're recognizable,
Just around.
but most people tend to avoid them.
Okay.
They didn't have dogs with them, did they?
I don't know. I didn't see them myself.
Not me.
I just got a report from my guards that's witch hunters that arrived.
He's not there.
Okay.
To more. Are we all meeting up to go
Yeah.
to war?
Let's go to
Any
war.
other questions?
Nope. I think we're good. We're gonna
Okay.
go
Well, look,
handle some chaos. Did you have another question?
no,
for
I
him?
don't have a question for
Oh,
him.
okay.
So the Moore quest line, what's that about? What thread is
The
that?
assassination plot.
They're sat there.
They have the bodies that
were
of
assassinated,
different mills.
So-
yeah.
and
so-
they're attempting. They're going to attempt. They know of an attempt that's looming on Haish.
So why don't we get Haish into hiding first?
Well, because he said that it doesn't matter because the assassinations only happen at night.
Are you the assassin? You know that?
No, it's a
And-
theory based off your assassination.
His
But-
theory is the demon only attacks at midnight.
Got it. But or we can play it safe and
We can.
put her to safety now.
Don't play it safe.
Again, but then some.
But then she'll be safe.
If she gets killed in the afternoon, then you have a clue to follow.
All right.
I'll protect her.
But where are we gonna put her? I mean, really, what's really safe? I mean,
I mean, I
The
was
one-
just
The
thinking
anatomy
put her in
college.
she's already at the anatomy.
I was
Exactly.
So she's safe.
I was just gonna put her with Haish.
But
She
she
is
is
Haish.
Haish.
Oh, okay.
I'm confused. Put her with herself.
Make her stand with herself.
You look in this mirror and don't walk away. Keep an eye on
See
yourself.
anything, run.
No, whatever Schutzman or whatever. Like, I'm sure they have holding things and stuff like that. And keep an eye on her. And if something goes wrong, they have the whole watch guard there.
Do you,
At least temporarily.
do you trust Shootsman enough?
I trust Shitsman.
Well, especially since he's telling us to protect her. Yeah.
Well,
His men.
he's concerned about any well-off citizen getting killed.
Yeah.
The street trash he doesn't really care about. But she is a notable person with the college. He's concerned for her life from the standpoint of it's bad business to have people get assassinated.
Personally, I don't get why she's getting assassinated, because why would they dirty her name just to kill her?
Well, if you want to make her look like a fool, then you make it look like suicide. I mean, not that I would have any idea about that.
I think she's. I think if she stays at the college, she's
The only one that
has a relatively better chance than staying with Shootsman.
You guys walked into the college and broke into a donation box and an office unseen.
Well, she's
that's
not
the
hiding in a
academic
donation
college.
box, so I think we're all right.
Oh, no,
that's
but-
the academic college.
Totally forgot I
I
did that.
wasn't talking about the academic college.
It's the same college. It's not in the magic.
We did leave Schutzman's office, by the way.
She's down in the basement in the anatomy college all alone. That's far safer.
Yeah.
I was talking about taking her to the College of Magic. Though I don't know if that is actually a thing. Can I just have people...
Well, I don't think we should.
They won't let me in. I'm the coolest.
Regardless, I don't think we should be taking her to a wizard college when the assailant is a wizard.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. like which group does the demons? We'll settle with that.
Somebody that needs to give testimony.
That's fine.
You're able to bring them. They never know about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
After these games, do you ever sit there and go, "God damn, they're all so dumb"?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talk about it with Dad at the end.
I just laugh because I'm just watching you get more and more frustrated with every game session. It just cracks me up.
I think we should.
They're all so stupid.
I think we should take her somewhere safe, where only we know, and just keep her there, and then we follow these pigeons and kill the head of this thing.
So we put her with your dwarves?
No.
Yeah.
The sewers.
What are the sewers?
Did
Did you forget what the sewers are like? I'm confused.
Only when we went really deep, though. No, that's fine. I think it's worse.
Don't be under. I'll never fight you again.
Yeah, that's fine. I think with the dwarves would be safe, because then if it does attack her, or something does attack, then the dwarves are there, and they're aggro dwarves.
Yeah, dwarves is a great idea because you're all so
weird.
Anti-magic.
Yeah, they don't like magic.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
We're also glad that you're not.
Yes.
I think for the most part you guys have gathered up.
Actually,
right?
I'm with
Figure out
you.
what you're trying
Well,
to do.
yeah, that's.
We should make the elves.
So,
stay
what's
with
your
her,
suggestion,
with the
Elf?
dwarves.
If you don't like the dwarves,
What's that?
if you don't like the idea of staying with the dwarves,
I think we should keep her with us.
No.
No, we're going to like the moors.
Okay, who cares?
Because I do. I don't.
No matter where we put her, whether it's with the dwarves already got robbed once, and
They failed.
and any one of us can walk into that bar. It's not like it's a safe place. So it's got a bunch of fat, bearded guys there. Is that safe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they,
Bearded guy.
are they armed and armored like this guy there?
Feels like a personal attack over
Majority of
here.
them, yes.
No, they are not.
They don't have.
If you don't remember,
but
they are not.
They're engineers. They got guns and stuff.
But none of them are armed and armored.
If a dwarf doesn't have armor, then it's probably a good thing
Listen,
for defense.
it is a tavern. It is not a place where you have a bunch of military dwarves sitting around.
Well, he's got
So
the.
And we're,
I mean, you're not wrong as far as the amount of military. It is a tavern attached to the Dwarven Engineering Guild.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, so I mean, there is a lot of dwarves. It happens to be a big tavern. Oh, but
it's just really short.
Anybody has access to it. That wants access to it. Keep her with us.
Okay, let's look at the last couple of weeks of what we've done.
She won't survive with us.
All
We
I'm
find a place, we're knocking down the door, and we're killing things.
We're terrible.
We're
keeping
also
people alive.
targets.
All I'm saying, I know that. If we really are concerned and want to keep her alive, who are the best people to keep her alive?
You, not this guy.
Who are the best people to keep her alive?
Dwarves.
Oh, I don't want to babysit.
I said my piece. If you guys want to leave with the dwarves,
functionally,
let's do it.
She's not going to come with us.
Yeah.
Like, we go
Hey, we're
break
going
down...
on this midnight hijink to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, a bunch of undead charge, and she's just running in the opposite direction.
Not a problem. Let's leave her with the dwarves then.
Okay.
Player to player, you're a psychopath, and we shouldn't be listening to you anyway.
we should take her with us, and she goes first.
I'm not necessarily a psychopath.
You're an elf.
I just don't like the idea of anybody being left with dwarves. I mean, they don't know how to treat anyone.
I sure did pretty well.
They made you guys sleep on rocks.
Half dwarf.
Yeah. That's a luxury. It's warmed up rock.
It's a
were
warm
soft
rock,
rocks.
and I had the dog with me, so I don't care. Let's sleep on him. All right.
Pathetic.
So it's midday or so after you guys meet up and are gathering and comparing notes and everything. And what are you guys going to do?
Retrieve her and drop her off with the dwarves.
Yep.
So you're going to head back to the anatomy college.
Yep.
Okay.
And hopefully she's alive.
She is currently alive.
Oh, good.
She's curious to see you guys again. I thought we concluded our business.
Your life is in great peril.
We were under
Follow me if you want to live.
Yes. Get to the chop.
we were under the impression
There's a guy in the corner with a big sword.
we were under the impression our business had finished as well, but then we received notification from the multiple different sources, including the priests of Moor, that your life is under threat by someone who presumably tried to kill your apprentices as well, and succeeded.
Somebody's issued death threats on me?
Somebody has assassinated multiple people across the town, and you were one of the targets.
I think they're trying to silence you because of your wonderful rat skills.
Admittedly, with my field of study, I get death threats with some regularity. This isn't a new thing.
Sure, but
Have you talked to Professor Kilpatrick?
I
Is he the old
feel I should know that name.
He's the old dude, right? Her rival?
Oh, excuse me.
No, I don't think
That
Kilpatrick
funded the
was
two
name of
dudes?
his rival.
No, he's the ancient languages professor.
Oh.
He doesn't like me.
Yeah, it's
The-
the guy he's talking about.
no.
No, Jägarn Vile. No, that's not Lanzaro Lindworm.
Oh, Lindworm, yeah, that's
Yeah.
who we went to harass.
Well, yeah, Lindbergh doesn't like me either.
No.
I mean, admittedly, a lot of the university doesn't really care for my area of study. I mean, between them claiming I'm a heretic and a non-believer in Ulrich and so forth. I mean, I can't help it if I just don't believe in any of this religion nonsense. I'm too much of a scientist. But that I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to let fear get in the way of my work. There's truth to be revealed.
But there's also truth in the assassinations, as there have been multiple others that we are currently investigating.
What details? Who's been killed?
We could hire the
Two,
mercenary.
well enough to do that somebody cared.
Yeah,
Haven't gone more to find out exactly how they're killed.
Two
yet.
people. This
They
is
were
Manheim.
loyal to the death.
Yeah,
as long as they
we
could.
We've also had assassination attempts on our life.
It's a rare time.
We
you have a
simply
good
want to
idea.
get
Well,
you to say.
and with all due respect, who are you?
You're numbing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Well-
a leading professor here at the college. I appreciate your concern, but trust me when I say this is par for the course. I have death threats frequently. I'm not concerned. Certainly within the walls
Yeah,
of
I
this
think we're gonna
university,
have
they couldn't do anything anyways.
The assassination
And I-
attempt against us.
Okay.
The assassination attempt against us was done by some kind of demon.
Demons, I don't believe in those.
Planning on hiring them?
Surely it was a trick of the light or something.
The same
After I
demons
go
we killed
get
while
size
trying to
from-
save your
yeah.
apprentices.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything about that. You said the apprentices were bad.
The apprentices took refuge with a necromancer and demonologist.
Okay.
And
Well, necromancy can be purely explained by alchemy and science.
yes,
And
The very-
demons don't exist. It's
the-
magic with
Only that
charlatans
size
and
for
tricksters.
Okay. I'll probably go with you.
people say Skaven don't exist. You don't believe that, so why don't?
You want to go
Skaven?
with me to
Of course they
size
don't
farmer?
exist.
I literally leave the conversation.
Large humanoid
So-
rat men of the
Resource
sewers
man.
absolutely
Yeah,
exist.
to get
If you
sized
want to
for
call those Skaven versus
I need
Beastmen.
beastmen and a head.
Enough. We're done here.
Gigantus ratus or whatever I had called them. Those actually exist, but no, Skaven are a bedtime story told to keep children scared.
I agree.
And then one
Shutting
pop-
out that.
Then we're in alignment here.
I was under the impression you believe that Skaven exists, and that's what.
We're done
fueled
here.
your- Yes, I agree.
Stay here. There'll be guards here to protect you.
Okay.
And we're leaving.
She goes back to her books and work.
Enjoy your death. Let me walk out the door.
Okay.
So I think we need to go to more
Bye, Miss Lady.
before we go.
Okay.
Good
See you
luck.
later, Biscuit.
Good luck.
Just keep your fireplace off tonight.
Please tell me she called the halfling biscuit.
No, the dog biscuit.
Everybody loves biscuit.
Yeah, but it's like you're so insignificant to them, they don't realize that it's actually biscuit is the dogs. And they're like, oh, hey, biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then probably.
Biscuit has the amazing ability to be a shape-shifting dog. Everybody likes that.
Okay.
It's true. He changes breed every damn time we bring him up.
Was he boxer this time?
No, last I heard he was the same.
Is there a
Poodle.
Is there a way we can tell
It's
where
that
the
Chinese
pigeon
dog.
is
It's like
planning
super
on
aggressive, huge.
flying
Caucasian.
away without releasing it?
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about with
Because
Caucasian.
my
Not
overall
that.
issue is we
There's
release
another
it,
one.
it
Tibetan
flies
Maestro?
away,
Yeah,
it
that's what
goes
you got.
over a building.
It's basically the same in Earth.
Lost in.
So what if we tie a string to it?
They're like,
That's what I was originally thinking.
super
Like we
aggressive.
tie a rope to the thing, we release it like it's going to fly away,
just hold on
and then just hold on to it.
No.
It flies away with you.
Sadly,
You
with
got
homing pigeons,
165
that does
pound.
not work.
Yeah.
Because if there's any significant weight, the pigeon simply can't fly.
I mean, they're
Okay.
massive.
So it's as much as you want them to fly with like coconuts or something.
Oh, right.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to track it.
Yeah,
Our
the-
pigeons.
If you have a pigeon and you're prepared, you could presumably pursue it through the city, trying to keep it in sight. Okay.
Could I use? I'm going to stop you because I just thought of this.
Okay.
I have animal handling.
Okay.
Could, huh?
Training.
Animal trading. Is there a way I could? Actually, it's for animal trading dog, but could I take a penalty for trying a different animal?
If it's similar to a dog, probably, depending on what it is you're proposing to
Well,
do.
I'm just like,
Pigeons are the dogs of the sky.
No, they're the rats in the sky, but sure.
Rats are just small dogs.
That's the cave pigeons.
They're the
I
chicken of the sea.
literally just heard that exact saying, just not with pigeons, like 2 days ago. That may have been yesterday, because there was somebody talking about having a pet owl, and they're like, owls are the dogs of the sky because you are theirs for life. And like if you were to
Yeah,
give an
they
owl
belong.
to somebody else, they'll die.
So thank you for stopping the conversation.
I'm just thinking,
it was
like, could I do
unproductive.
something like
Yeah.
to train the pigeons
Uh-huh.
in such a way that they could lead us back to where they're going, but come get us and like show us like,
You whistle and it stops.
Could I get them to go like a block and then
And
just
stop
sit there
and
and
look at
wait
us?
and look at us, and then we walk up and they're like, oh, and fly on another block.
In theory, with a significant amount of time and a really unusually intelligent pigeon, possibly.
I mean, we already deal with unusual pigeons.
Yeah, that's true.
You are, because they have purple feathers. However,
And 3 eyes.
pigeons are notoriously pretty stupid animals. They operate entirely by instinct,
I
which is
know.
why they return where they do. So I would say in this case, no, you can't. Now, what I was going to say is you can release a pigeon. You can tell by its flight patterns approximately when it's descending to land. And you can tell otherwise it's flying over buildings and so forth. So,
Could I, animal training dog, could I put a special scent, go buy perfume or something,
Mhm.
put it on one of the pigeons, and then have my dog track it through the city?
I could conceivably see that as working. It'd
Wow,
be
that's-
difficult.
Now that's impressive.
I could conceivably see that as working. It'd be difficult given that the bird's flying high, but it would give you at least another pursuer to
Right.
try to track where it's going.
Or if we see kind of where it went, he might be able to give us a more pinpointed location if it landed somewhere.
Possibly, yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to try that.
Okay.
I want to try that. So I need
Very
to find a scent strong enough that the
Urine.
dog will be able to.
So you rub the elf on the
I'm gonna
pigeon.
piss on the. No,
My second thought associated with that is we need someone sure-footed high up in the air to on the tallest building. Yeah. He's got to go up so we can see where the people
Right. If you have somebody high up that could see the majority of the city, you could at least tell where the pigeon's going to land, at least the general area.
It's a rat catcher.
Alternatively, like I was trying to say, you could run through the city trying to keep up and keep the bird in sight, and with some navigation, some perception, whatever, be able to track it that way to where it's going,
Don't you have
assuming it's
horse
not going
then?
too far.
Yeah.
So he could ride his horse.
Yeah.
Don't we have at least a horse for a wagon we picked up in the middle of the night?
No, that was a donkey.
Donkey, but still.
you were unaware of.
No, you came.
Did I? Oh,
You came and picked us up
you
on a
showed it
wagon.
off.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I
You
don't
showed
know
it
where
off
the
to him.
wagon came from, but
You
I
don't
know you acquired
You're
a
a
wagon.
little ahead
Pay
about
attention to those
details.
cat cages that
Game
were
side
on.
cards.
They shiny mouth. Smell skull.
Okay.
But I know we at least have a donkey there.
Alternatively, if
that
you
you
have
can
any
ride.
spells or anything like that, that may be an option to follow it as well.
Dad, you got any spells that could?
No, I've been thinking, and I don't see any way any of my spells could be helpful.
So,
And
okay,
we've got 2.
Could you buy
Which
stuff?
means even if we were to lose track of the first one,
we have another.
hopefully they go to the same place.
Sure.
No,
I mean,
not really.
Okay.
I think a combination
I
of
think
all
the
the
spell I
things.
think it would be petty spell.
So you're getting up on the roof.
and I just don't
No,
have
there.
XP for a petty
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, you are.
You
Yeah.
can cast it with the
I've already
spell.
did all my shopping.
I thought petty
All
spells
the shop
would
and
be
everything that you guys have
So
gathered
free
up
for
is
lunch.
like-
You know, I went
I track with
to
you.
find
You get a spell for it
mercenaries.
too. CN too if you're
Find
casting it.
The
from
mercenary
the
group that we like.
We
Yeah,
try
I
and
didn't think they were
places
Oh,
for
the
trying to
sword,
get
yeah.
just
And I'll get on my
like
donkey.
manifestation.
Bergsburg.
Because it
You wanna
moves
stab
so
something.
much.
Every
It's
scribe
right
thing
What?
in
The Bergsburg?
basic wizards
That's what I've
teach
written
their
down.
apprentices that
Shield.
These would be the
basic
sword and
knowledge
shield
of it.
mercenaries.
The
ones
sword
that-
and flail.
Sword and flail.
Oh, yeah,
the ones
they're
that went
correct.
that were in the swamp.
Red shield.
Red shields. Yeah.
No, red and blue
I give
with
them
sword and
thought,
flail.
trying to figure out
Yes, their shield.
way I could
Yes.
But
The sword
You
mercenaries.
called them the
Exactly.
Bergsburg Mercenary
Plenty of
Company,
money to do
Okay.
something like that.
and we found them from the Sword and Flail bar.
Okay. So you wanted to go talk to them?
Yes, because I want to hire them to protect
Okay.
Heish.
Sure. What do you want us to do?
I need you to have at least 2 men protecting Professor Heish 24 hours a day.
Who's that?
She's she's a professor over at the college. She's the one that had that whole ratus homunculus thing.
What?
Do you remember the whole display?
Okay. No.
All right.
So one of those well-off book people?
Yeah.
Don't they have their own guards?
No, she did have 2 people that worked for her. They ended up being servants of a guild, a thieves guild, and they turned on her. Now she's getting death threats.
Okay. You want us to take her out?
No, I want you to protect her.
Oh. Well, that's not normally what we do. But
Well, you bullcrap. You guys did that, like. I mean, the only reason why I'm here is because you were incredibly loyal.
yeah, they were. Okay.
In the back of the book, it gives rates as reference.
Okay.
I should have told you I need money before I did this. I'm going to come out of pocket for this crap.
Huh.
Oh, darn.
I'm alright with that. I'm going to be asking you for cash when I get back.
Let's see if I can figure out how much I would
I
be.
got to pay for my dang chain that I.
Okay. A mercenary will cost you. Give me a barter roll or
This is
haggle roll.
fantastic. The elf is here alone. That's why I tried to get somebody to go with me.
Would you consider the stupid mercenaries dead?
I can't find anything. As far as I know, there's no
I have no
set
skill
spell
in
to
this,
track
and I rolled
that I
poorly.
can learn at this
Okay.
level. Sorry.
Yeah, we can do that. You need 2 guys
2 guys, 24 hours a day.
for how many days?
I don't know.
We gotta sleep.
Let's go with 3 for now. Well, you guys have plenty of people here, right?
Yeah.
Just rotate them out.
Okay. He does some quick math.
Looking at the exchange rate.
3 days, 2 guys. Cost you 3 gold.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, that's about right.
Come on, Doc. Come on out. All right. Not for me. I put a gemstone on the counter
Okay.
and tell them this will cover it plus some.
How much is the gemstone worth?
5.
Okay. They take a quick look at it. Sure. We'll go with that.
You know, this is of the understanding
We'll even keep her safe.
if one of you, or if she tries to deny you, your allowance to be able to protect her, I need to know immediately. So you can find me either at the Templar's Arms or what's the other bar?
Stealing from old ladies.
Old Ale Inn.
Old LN?
One of those 2, or maybe,
Okay.
I mean, you know me, right?
Sure.
So yeah, one of those 2 places typically you can find me, or at least leave word.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let you know if something goes on. Tom, let's go.
Hey, George.
A couple of the guys get up. They take their beer with them. They head out.
We're saying we
They take the
armor
gemstone.
today.
Potentially.
Okay, because I know he.
So yeah, you have two seasoned mercenaries. That will keep an eye on her for the next 72 hours.
72 hours.
Yeah. So okay. So you have until, looking at the calendar. If the calendar comes up, you have until the 31st.
Okay. Fantastic.
So the 28th right now.
It is the 28th.
Map.
Get back to the group, and then we all have that discussion. You guys want me on a group? What about tying twine to its leg?
We already tried that.
You did?
Yeah.
That would allow you to find the pigeon afterwards, but the pigeon would have massive difficulties flying. We don't know if it.
I also wanted to maybe forcefully have some of the group be fitted for potential armor with dwarves.
Why are you look?
I'm not looking at you. I'm more looking toward Andy.
We can
Okay.
absolutely do that after we go. We
Yeah.
do the pigeon and
A little pigeon and then stick armor on it.
Well, I think we should do it before we get the pigeon. Because
Yeah.
well, we're not going to wear the armor for it. But say we find the location or whatever, then we could potentially go get the armor or stuff like that, and still have some time. Because I mean, yeah, we're not going to be running through the streets if
How long is
we
it-
except me.
How long is it going to take for them to make the armor? I just went and got size for it.
It won't take them very long. It's a matter of whether or not it's available. If it's anything on the list,
It's
you're
not.
good to go. Otherwise, you have to search for it. They might not have. You might be able to find a vendor with it, or you might have to wait a few days.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's
So
It's a
that?
big enough city; they could make just about anything.
That's why I already looked for it previous game session, so I went and got sized.
Okay.
What kind of
It's a
check
city.
is that?
It's a city. They can make about anything.
Depends on the rarity of the item.
Would lore
Not anything,
Middenheim work?
not Bugman's.
What's that?
Would lore Middenheim work?
No, it's just a
Okay.
straight roll.
Yeah, it's a percentile roll.
Oh.
Whether or not it's available currently. So if there's something that you're looking for, let me know. I'll let you know whether things are available.
The elf.
So is it
Is there
plate?
a
Is that what
fancy
the?
version of leather? that
So, but if you
buy
get your
kinda
new
like the dwarves
stuff,
have Grommel?
My new stuff.
yeah, because you were looking for a specific
You
type
guys
of armor,
don't like
right?
special
Yeah, I'm
leathers
looking.
or
I'm
anything?
now
We have
waiting
special
for
metal.
a particular shield and weapon.
Gotcha. So you're not looking.
I
at your
already
regular
have
stuff.
the armor I need.
Actually, I think they do make it
Oh,
chain
you already
too.
got that. Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
very
it's a
light.
fancy Grommel armor.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So plate armor.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
is
He
the
knows what it
rarity
is.
of plate?
Some say it's like scarce.
Trying to double check.
Yes, my character would tell you about
Plate
the-
armor is rare,
Rare.
Okay.
unless you want a helmet, and that's common. If you want a
Is it
breastplate,
as
that's
hard to get
scarce.
as Grommel?
Helmet, breastplate.
I mean,
Was it chassis? Chassis? Is that what it is?
That'd be a breastplate.
Oh, okay.
your role goes to find an armor that makes all of that.
Sure.
And then depending on what they have, we'll buy that then and commission them to make the other
Okay,
things.
so common is available. So
Okay.
plate open helm, they have.
Okay.
If you want a plate closed helm, that's rare.
Nah, I want the open helm. I want the visibility
Right.
because it's minus 20, right?
It's minus
Yeah.
10 for open helm,
Right.
20 for a plate.
Yeah, so I've already got
closed.
minus 10 for the male coif, so
Correct.
it's okay. That's,
Okay.
Again, you're
About minus 30 to your perception.
Absolutely.
when-
That's why
when-
it's 7 skill.
when we get this
He
stuff.
doesn't need to see anything.
I don't. I hear something knock against my armor. I smack it.
He has a 30% chance of the blood not getting in his eyes.
So
Can't see it.
that being said, is any of the our chain leggings common?
They're scared.
scarce. They're
The
scarce.
coat is common.
I already have a coat.
Everything else is scarce.
Chain.
But if,
They're
here's the
chassis.
thing, if I get mine,
Everything's scarce for
I
chain now,
have
yeah.
those.
You have leggings?
I have, yeah.
Well, you have that stacks with
Yeah,
chain.
it stacks.
The plate stacks on top of the chain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the whole purpose is you get the leather, then you get the chain to go over
Which-
the leather,
which I
and
have.
then you get the plate to go over the chain.
Oh,
This is what made
He
early
wants to put the
flavor.
beans in the can, but without the juice.
right. Yeah,
What?
That's what gives you such high armor points
because it's all three.
because full plate is all 3.
Gotcha.
It brings you up to 5.
So that goes. So the open helm.
I'm ignoring
When the open helm goes on top of the male coif, right?
What a
So-
fucked up analogy.
Yeah.
Frank
Frank beans.
Who wants to put the beans in the can without the juice?
Don't you eat your beans above your Frank.
It's gonna be 5 armor points if you get the full thing.
Weird statement.
So I'm going to need
Moore's always a step behind you. Frank and beans without the can.
So if I'm going to get full mail, I'm going to need
Goddamn,
5
Sean.
gold.
Okay. Well, it's more of
The Age
we're
of
gonna tally
Chaos.
up how much gold we need and stuff like that,
Oh.
and then
Okay.
hopefully consolidate some group wealth.
It cost me 3 gold to get those guys over there to protect her.
Okay.
Okay, so common items you can just buy.
Can I have it back?
Scarce
I gave
items,
up one of the gems I told you I'd give you, so
roll
I'm
a
sorry.
d10 on
Tell me.
anything but a 10. It's available.
Oh, well, I had a gem. It went to them.
No.
One roll for all
Alright,
of them?
for each item.
Each item. Okay.
Okay? If you want something that's rare, it's a 45%. So percentile 45 or less, you find it.
Okay.
Now, regardless, all of these you can commission to have.
Come
made.
on.
It'll take a
Percentile.
week to acquire.
Let's do 10.
Okay?
So what what are they rolling now?
You just said it's
There-
percentile.
If it's scarce,
That.
a 10-sided dice on a 10, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
You have to order it.
Oh,
Rare is 45% or less, it exists.
I must not have looked for armor because I know I didn't roll that bad.
Alright.
But either way,
Okay. Rare armor, rare stuff is 45% or less. It's there. Otherwise, you can buy it and pay for it. It'll be available in a week.
healing potions is what I looked for. Healing potions are rare, aren't they?
They're scarce.
What the hell was it I looked for? Because healing potions are
Vitality
on the
drop.
list. No, because that was on
Holding.
the list too.
Does this game have the inherent stealth penalties for male?
Yes, lower
Yes,
your
it
agility.
does.
No, it directly affects stealth. If you're encumbered, it lowers your agility, which also lowers
Okay.
your stealth again.
So it has
but-
multiple layers of
Yeah.
penalty.
What about
Uh,
a
you get
what
a
about
card
a breast?
anymore,
Uh,
Sean? Like
what's
a,
Your breastplate would be
a card or
great, yeah,
anything
I
like
don't.
that?
I
Card?
Yeah, I look in my bag
I
because I've been using the
can
computer and I
double check
haven't, or a piece of paper, I guess.
armor and see if it.
So it sounds I haven't.
It's almost not even worth. It's only 1 point of damage.
If you just want something to write on, you can use the back of this.
What is?
Okay.
Breastplate gives you
Yeah.
2 extra.
We're not playing Shadowrun right now, so we don't need
And
modifiers.
Yeah, it's solid.
It gives you 2 armor points and gives you impenetrable.
Okay.
Which, if I remember correctly, it's even criticals against your body don't count.
But I would take a penalty for wearing it, though, right?
And yeah.
Male
if you're
armor-
encumbered, yes.
male
but
armor.
there's no, like
the only
stealth penalty or
that it
perception
gets
penalty
is
on
minus
breastplate.
10 perception for the coif.
Correct.
Is
there no stealth
That's
penalty?
really tempting.
There is
Fine.
probably stealth penalties.
I mean,
There's no breastplate.
I'm not
it
seeing
has chainmail has
Is it common?
Male
two
coif.
it's
stars.
scarce.
Oh, easy to find then.
2 stars gives a minus 10 stealth for the worst piece of armor, either mail or plate. So you have minus 10 for mail, minus 10 for plate, if you have a piece of one of them.
For
That's what-
stealth.
Yeah, for stealth, plus any encumbrance penalties.
So I take a
If you're
stealth
wearing,
penalty for wearing a breastplate.
Unless you're encumbered.
Oh,
then you
and
take-
once you're encumbered, then okay.
no,
No. So the breastplate doesn't impede anything on your stealth.
it does.
Breastplate does not.
It does. Per the table, all plate has a double star. Wearing any mail or plate gives a penalty of minus 10 on stealth. If you're wearing
Oh, yeah,
leggings,
Okay.
Yep.
if you're wearing leggings, it's an additional minus 10.
For both
And-
chain and plate.
For both chain and plate, one piece of either gives you a minus 10 each.
I'm about ready to ditch all this damn mail I'm wearing.
Okay? Now, if you
What I
were
could
encumbered,
wear-
you could also get an additional penalty.
I could wear boiled leather breastplate
Yep.
over top of the soft leather.
They don't stack.
The boiled leather breastplate does.
That's an exception to the normal rules.
Because you only get weak points instead of the impenetrable.
Right. It doesn't add armor.
Yeah. It doesn't have the leather or the chain thing like flexible or leather.
It does add armor. It's a two
yeah,
armor.
it adds 2 armor points, but that would be instead
Oh,
of
boiled
the
leather
breastplate.
Okay, I was looking at the skull cap.
That's the replacement of the breastplate. And I mean, you don't get the impenetrable, which is the main thing.
So less
But
than
you get the armor
45, was
points,
that it?
and you get
Okay.
weak points.
For
which-
rare.
Okay.
30 minutes
So,
of
yeah.
debating about armor.
It's an important aspect.
It's an important piece for everybody except you. I mean, you could technically wear armor. You just don't
I mean,
cast
I
spells.
would recommend you get some armor. And if you're planning on casting a big spell, take a moment to take it off. But if we're going into a combat, you're not going to be casting spells rapid fire, because that's an easy way to miscast. You should be going up there with your quarterstaff or a sword.
Right.
Yeah, listen.
However, keep in mind
George.
the penalty on spell casting is 10
So I passed them
times
all.
the armor
I found them
rating
all.
of the
Okay.
highest location.
No, that's the cost.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you have
expensive,
if you have leather everywhere, that gives you 1,
I
and then you put a
got
heavy
3.
plate chest piece on, and you have 5. You
So I
have a
guess I
minus
get the
50
helmet.
casting.
Yeah. The hope is we can consolidate some
Okay.
of like these big pockets of
He's
cash.
act-
different
he's
people
tr-
have
he's
to-
correct in
to
that
hopefully
some
funnel
armor
into
is
one
valuable.
objective.
I don't know what he's talking
But
about.
his statement of,
It's
well,
not
if
just,
you,
you know,
if you need
all
to cast
three
a
of
spell
you
in
are loaded.
combat, you just take your armor off.
Well,
That's not
I'm
that
dumping
easy
myself
or
broke
quick.
with this armor.
So your spells would be either harder to
I
cast in
think
the
combat.
wealth
or
I
would
only
not
have
be
is the
in
group
combat.
wealth.
Does the
I will
does
be
the
back
male
back
coif
as my
and the open helm, does the minus 10 on those stat? Okay, so it's minus 20 for
Each piece,
perception.
it's all cumulative for all the penalties.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I guess we need to find me a breastplate, boiled leather breastplate then.
Okay, that is scarce. So that's a
That's the
D10,
D10.
I did not
anything but a
find
10.
male coif,
Okay.
so no, count that.
So instead of getting sized, I could have been searching for this stuff, the leggings and the
Okay.
coif.
If you already searched for it, I'm fine with that.
So I don't think I did. There's no way I did because I would have
Okay,
found it.
then just make a roll. I mean, the point is, it's a big city. These scarce and rare items are actually relatively common in the big city.
George.
You might not be able to
After
find
group
something
ones,
that fits
like
you,
18.
but if so,
I guess
they can
someone
make it and resize it.
for my
It takes a week
breastplate.
Right.
as a hand wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I didn't find a
Okay,
leggings.
so you got sized.
Right off the bat.
You didn't want armor anyways.
No, I didn't.
Is that a 90? God damn, dude.
Okay.
Look at this.
Yep, there you go.
I kind of feel like we're cheating if one of us didn't find a male coif.
You can't find something for somebody else because you're rolling for you and your size.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you were talking about, well, I'm going to trade up my armor. I get rid of this piece. You can have it.
Right.
It's not his size.
It's
Not really.
it's not elven armor. It's
Gotcha.
not really going to fit him.
Gotcha.
There are mechanics as far as a resizing capability.
Yeah.
That's beyond the scope of what we're typically
Like,
doing.
like I understand not to him and not to him and not to him, but human to human?
Human, I'm fine with.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
Within
kinda-
that scale, I have no problem with it. But dwarf to elf or dwarf to halfling,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
We're going to look at the world.
It's kind of like Gimli. And,
Yes.
Okay. At least not without big penalties, which nullify the benefit of the armor.
Right.
So male.
I mean, he could put on a human suit of chainmail.
It's my
It'd be like
perception.
Gimli, literally, it'd just
And
be
yes, it's
dropped to the ground and lots of.
I am not encumbered.
So I'm going
Yeah,
to.
when it's worn, it subtracts 1 from every piece.
Yeah, so I got,
So
got
I'm
a double
going
arrow on my
to.
chest and
I'm going to go ahead and buy the open helm. I'm going to.
I mean, I can currently buy everything that you found right now, and I'm perfectly fine doing so.
Okay.
And
I don't
mean,
use money, so I'm happy to.
I
do
would
it.
stress some people with an excess amount of wealth help pool to this.
I'll toss 7 gold into the pot.
How many?
7.
Okay.
How much does a male coif cost?
A gold.
1 gold.
Huh. Well,
And here's my 3, George.
I'm not worried about your money.
Oh,
Your money's not good
cat
enough. for
pies
the
are
dwarf.
cheap, guys.
to James.
Only magical money is good.
Yeah, I'm totally living off of cat
There's
pies.
just-
Like,
si-
Gold
12, 6 gold apiece.
Okay.
Mr. Fancy over here.
so am I dragging those all on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them just doing financials.
So if I just drag it right from the item list instead of the merchant, right?
That 6 gold is with me doing the discussions on what they're worth with somebody. So they might be worth more than that.
Okay.
Uh,
I think I have you valued.
you're buying a coat,
Oh,
right?
man.
Because I have an extra.
So I had evaluate too, and I don't
really
remember
want
what.
to.
No, I have an extra male
Every
shirt
day and
because
plus that.
that was something
Yeah,
I got
just that
started
one
off.
No,
Okay.
I don't have one of those. I already got the mail coat.
So should I just sell my male shirt then? Because that's what I
It's
have
interesting.
right now.
I can read a lot of things. That.
You can read a lot of things.
Classical?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell it.
What's that?
That one I saw. I want to try to appraise these gems the elf gave me.
Okay.
I have geology skill.
Okay.
Do I get a bonus? Because I have the advanced skill.
Sure, I'll make it an average roll.
Thank you. Oh, I passed.
Seriously?
Sure.
I have a very specific skill.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Okay. What were they worth?
6 gold.
Can
Is what you told me originally.
Yep.
That was
I mean,
right.
Can I see that dog collar?
Where did you get these from?
Holy shit, Sean.
That was back where the bats were at. You pulled them out of the
That's where the first 3 gems
It was like
out
30
of the
games
backpack.
ago.
Yep.
That was before we brought down the keep. That was the other gems.
Oh.
These gems, I think, are the ones I got when I got the writing kit and everything out of
I
the
believe
dude's
they were
house.
5 gold apiece.
And not 6?
Right.
He handed me the dog collar, so I'm gonna use detect artifact on it.
Okay, yeah. Collar has nothing.
Well, the bell.
I was
Yes.
hoping maybe more.
Detect artifact on it.
Yeah.
And at least we're being one and figure out the system.
I don't know if that gives you anything like that.
If successfully, since the items not go
Well,
further
they
down,
go
so
successful,
I'll
right?
Roll again.
provide the special.
We gotta get a charlatan so we can mint our own money.
So let's see what my encumbrance
That's
is
one of the
now.
classes I can go to.
I have a total of 7 points in everywhere except for my head because I didn't find the mail cord.
Okay.
Okay, give me a blind intuition roll.
That's just from toughness and armor.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah, everything that you needed, you got.
Okay.
And then same thing with you, Ben.
So the encumbered doesn't move up a second time until you're
Normal.
double?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm at 8 right now. I can get 6 more, I think. Yeah. So now I'm moving 30.
That was surprising.
Yeah, I guess next time we're on the market tomorrow, I'll roll again and see if I find the voice. Goddamn, it's already after dark. Yeah, but we talked about armor the whole time. Dwarf is loving
We
this
also
stuff.
really didn't start till almost 8 o'clock either.
Is that specifically to him or me?
That's
Is
what
it
you
to the
know.
owner? Who's your guys' papers then? So I'm just gonna assume it's me.
Which one is yours?
Yeah, this
Come on. Numbers.
Alright, well, okay, so that clears up one of those problems. That dog collar you just bought,
I didn't buy it. It was
then
on the
that,
dog when I got
that
it.
dog collar you already have has a tracking enchantment on it. We can hear it from up to 10 miles away.
We can hear the dog?
We can, one of us can hear the dog collar
Not like
from
a
up to 10 miles
female.
away. I am making the assumption it's him who can hear it. However, I am still trying to. I don't know that much about the enchantment.
What time is it?
If he can,
I think we need to get moving on our tasks.
So he can just send the dog
What?
to go find it, and we can just track the dog.
It's roughly noonish.
if he can track the dog, though, if he can't track the dog,
He can just hear it.
The dog can follow the pigeon if
He
it
can
knows
just
it
hear
needs
the-
to.
He can just hear the dog's bell.
Sure, he can.
So, are we pigeoning first? Because it's daytime?
We've got
Or we
to
going?
hear the bell.
Or are we going to?
Then cut the collar off, throw it in the sewer, and we'll move on.
No,
Or are we going to Moore first? To the
I'll take the stupid bell if that's
to look
the
at
case.
the assassin dead bodies.
Somebody else already took the bell off it.
Yeah, he took the bell off of it. The collar's still on the dog.
Yeah, I did say earlier I took the
Yeah.
bell off the thing because
the bell has a tracking enchantment.
The collar is just a nice piece of leather collar.
Yeah. So one of us can find me.
okay. So in your experience with these charms, whatever that's on here,
Curses.
yeah, can
I know everyone's just giving him magic.
you let like say you were casting this spell or creating this charm? Could you say, okay, I'm going to create this charm so that he can hear this bell?
You could target it, yeah.
Could you target it to somebody who wasn't there?
Yeah.
So like, whoever put this bell and dog collar on my dog.
Very well, someone could be tracking that bell.
Okay, well, why did you assume it was me that could hear the fucking bell then?
This is your dog.
Well, shake the bell. Can you hear it?
There's no noise.
There's no noise. Anybody hear bells?
Anybody hear bells?
We must not be children anymore.
Okay, I say
Okay, so
we put this on one of the pigeons.
But the problem is, if we can't hear, we can't help the pigeon.
Who says anything about us hearing it? Whoever put the fucking bell on, it would drive them nuts to have it on a fucking pigeon.
Put it on. Put it on.
City.
Okay, put it on a different pigeon.
Hey,
Yeah, let's grab a
don't
random
you want
pigeon
to
off the
always
street.
be able to find your dog?
He can't find it though with that enchantment.
He knows who put the enchantment on it.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Well,
Is it a bad thing? She's always taking care of it. There's never been an issue with your dog, has there?
that's a good point.
Wouldn't you? It's not a downfall to be able to always find
If
it.
something happens, though, she knows where to look.
away.
I hate the fact that Matt makes sense for my character. I hate it so much.
That's how he gets you.
You know what you should do?
I mean,
With this
You
knife.
should.
I know what you're dance, puppet dance, but the,
no, it's not
the
just that.
halfling would totally
No.
be like, oh, he's got a point, because she's never done anything evil to me.
well, and that's the thing, is that she's never done anything evil to me. Technically, she cured me. Okay, you guys don't know this,
Attention to the blade.
but there's also the idea that I have actually caught her in.
She hears the bell screaming. Sorry.
I literally stopped myself in the middle of talking, and I grabbed you. I said, "Come here for a second." And I just want to whisper something to you. I want to talk to you about her, because on a very serious note, I have actually caught her in specific dealings that directly support the city, and I mean directly support. Directly
you think
support
she's a
our activity.
Good guy.
Yes.
Fine, I'll put the bell back on the dog.
He's Twitter pated.
But here's my problem.
And I'm not. This is. And Matt is not lying.
Here's the problem. The creepy old lady said that I will die by bells at
That's
midnight.
motive.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'll die by bells at midnight.
You forgot this last time.
And you're scared of magic.
Oh.
It's called
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I hadn't even fucking thought about that. Fuck this bell.
I'll take it.
There you go. I forgot about it. Thank you. Nope.
Look
It's
at
gone.
Chicken Piercing. She
I actually really like the idea that she could find me if I'm ever in trouble or something.
Just start ringing it like
Help!
What you're not aware of is Erdem's also listening to you.
I'm alright. I've known that for. I just assumed.
every day he's like,
I told you guys. I literally periodically talk to myself because I'm assuming I'm talking to Erdem.
Yeah.
Because I've done it so many times.
I can imagine just Erdem keeps popping out around the corner.
Really, this whole campaign is a figment of the elf's imagination.
Yes.
none of us exist.
He's
He's
just
just-
listens.
He's like the pigeon guy. We're just his pigeons.
And he's gone insane.
Oswald, quickly!
The campaign ended whenever you got your multiple personalities, and it's just,
You're the only one actually here.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
rest-
you and Sean.
So, what are we doing first?
I just keep using AI to add you into the video every week.
Oh, that'd be dark. That's dark. We really are in a simulation.
It becomes
Are
self-aware.
which one are we doing? We going more first? During the daytime, or are we chasing pigeons during the daytime?
I would chase pigeons.
Yeah, let's chase pigeons.
There's more people don't like people visiting them at daytime anyway.
Evil.
What? No, they're not.
Well, we know she's protected, so I guess we're okay.
We all need to make sure we get holy symbols and more before we go.
There are a lot more of them during the night.
Why? Because it's more.
I don't know. We can maybe.
We definitely shouldn't go at.
He wants
You
to
have
fin-
some extras.
He wants to finish
No,
the
I don't have
collection.
more. Yes. I'm like, I don't have more. Anyway.
We definitely,
Whichever one of these I worship.
we definitely shouldn't go at.
I go
night,
get
so there'll be a
my.
lot.
Why do you think you need more
I go get my.
We
Symbols of
definitely
war?
want a lot less.
More
Donkey?
What,
Okay.
was it a horse or a
Horse.
donkey? It was a horse. Okay, I'll go get the horse,
Okay.
You got your
Right.
horse.
and
There's
I'll
only 4 gods and more than all of them.
You're getting up in the.
Which one's luck?
find
Finally,
something
my
to
these-
put on the pigeon that make it
I don't
smell
have that yet.
like uniquely.
Thought
I'll stop by a
was evil.
perfume shop or something.
Reynolds, the god of
Okay.
trickery and luck.
Right, and just the
He's not evil.
He's not-
smallest,
yeah, he's
cheapest
specifically
perfume
not
I can
You
buy.
can't.
He's
you
like the
can't,
rock.
Okay.
can't
You buy a
specifically
small
rob from
vial for
friends
2
or
bronze.
something like that.
Okay.
It's honor.
So
And
It's
I'll
honor among thieves. That's what
dabbles it along to the.
Dip
No,
the
I don't
pigeon
want
in
that
it.
then.
Yeah.
And then you're going. You're gonna go up
First
as high as you can get. Keep an eye and see
Pigeon
if
looks
you
up
can
at you
tell where the
with
pigeon goes.
confusion.
Oh, I
Because
can
that's
do
how they
that.
just are.
It dies.
Do we, on a serious note, before we let this thing go, do we want to go talk to the mistress about the bell to see if we can attach to the pigeon and follow it that way?
No.
Okay.
Well, if this doesn't work, we've got a second pigeon. We'll go talk to her then.
All right. And then we're not going to have an idea of being stationed throughout the city and... Okay.
Yeah, you're going up on the roof.
These guys are on horses.
You're going to watch. Me and him will try to track. Me, him, and the dog will try to track it throughout the city.
Me and the dwarf are going to sprint as fast as we
Wait,
can.
How much is a
You have a horse?
telescope?
When did you get a
thing?
horse?
Looking glass.
Several gold.
Isn't it a donkey?
I know it was a horse. I just
It's got to be at least 10 gold.
Oh,
it wasn't a
that's
donkey.
probably a draft
So-
horse then.
Seeing like a spyglass.
Okay.
Yes, spyglass.
It's used to pull it away.
it's
It's probably used
possible.
to having
Yeah.
people
Gotta be really
sell,
expensive.
especially a
Telescope 5
child.
gold.
So there's no spyglass? How big is a telescope?
Is your bulk. Where?
Yeah, so it's a small handheld one.
I'll try to get one. It's rare?
Yes.
What's the roll?
Rare is 45.
I love your new objective markers. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I think they turned out really good.
Did you see them?
I gave him
Yeah,
an
I
idea.
haven't turned the light on. It doesn't light on them, right?
You have to turn it on
5
and then
gold?
reassemble them.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's over there. They look really good.
I drop a gemstone. Will they accept that for the telescope? High spyglass thing?
You just remember
Yes.
you have them.
Okay.
Gonna keep that from breaking. I love it.
I just can't breathe through my nose.
None of those left now.
Okay.
And
So you have a telescope. So ping on the map where you're going to get to a high altitude.
Because I
Where's
feel like
telescope
these
at?
probably came from the north. I think is where most
there
of
it is.
are.
I would go north of where that hotel was.
That was like
Because that's where the
over
one pigeon went.
Okay.
It just flies right into the building.
Splat.
Or a hawk comes down and eats it.
You go to the top of the music.
But the haulage was like over here, directly east of us.
Let's go right here.
Where's...
Right next
You
to
really
the
think that's where I need to go?
I
Well,
mean,
we'll find
yeah,
out.
so we were
Where are you releasing it from?
Right there.
from down here. Oh, you're gonna release it from there?
I would think over there. Because
Okay.
it flew north and then curved left.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would need to be... It'd be better off being...
On the map.
What is this building here, Sean? The great big one.
The round one?
No.
Oh, that's the Temple of Ulrich.
That's exactly where it used to be.
Yes! What about this one right here? This tall tower.
That is the office of the Commission for Elf, Dwarf, and Halfling Interests.
Oh, that's gross.
What?
The tourist spot for visitors to the Human Side Society.
I could go there, try
You
to
could.
get up to the top,
You could.
because that looks very tall.
It is. It is very tall. I would argue, other than the tower on the Temple of Ulrich, it's probably the tallest point in the city.
I think
Probably a few feet smaller than the palace. Only
All for
because that's how
tourist
they build
location.
things.
The problem is would I be able to see...
It's like that stop like a rest stop right inside the border of the state.
With your
Ooh,
elven
But for elves
eyesight?
and
Let's
dwarves.
get
The
the
telescope.
telescope.
So,
Welcome to Mindenheim. Stop here for
Big McDonald's.
So- I just want to test to see if I can get up there and actually see if I can get up to the top of it first.
Sure.
See if it has access with all directions for vision.
Okay. Yeah, it's a well-appointed office, staffed by a couple of clerks. It's near the palace. Even on the ground floor, it has a fairly good view of like the park and most of the southern portion of the city. There's a couple of signs welcoming outsiders to the town and everything. And there is access to the lookout tower at the top, where supposedly the prime views for the public, all the city is, for a visiting fee of only a brass.
Toss some brass.
Okay.
And I will try to signal you guys with a lantern when I get up there. So make sure you take it out. I have a hooded lantern. So I'll flash it towards you guys.
You're the only one up there, given because it's like the end of January at this point, and it's in Mindenheim, and there's snow and cold and everything. They're I'm interested that an elf wants to actually go up there this time of year, but by all means.
I think it would.
You're up there all alone. And yes, you have a commanding view of pretty much the entire city.
I make sure everything is open to where I can shift quickly to follow it.
It's open. There's no windows as such.
Oh.
It's an open tower top with a roof.
And now I check out where they're going to release from. Do I feel like I can see them?
Where are you guys releasing the pigeon from?
Right next to the music hall.
Right
The
here.
music hall. Okay.
Circular.
Okay, yeah, you can pick out the music hall without much difficulty. And looking through the spyglass, they're small, but they're bigger than ants.
So if they release a pigeon, am I going to be able to follow it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think with your perception and the telescope, yes, you should be able to. Unless it flies right by you, then you might lose it as it goes past.
Well, I do this as it goes by.
Oh, right, but I mean, with a distance, it's not going to move fast enough for it
See, what you need to do is you need to drink your elven light also to get another level of amplification.
I don't have any. You have it.
No.
Matt. It just keeps getting
I thought he
bigger.
gave you several of them.
So I gave it to him and he drank it.
Yeah.
I drank one bottle.
That's all that. They were like single
You're
doses.
supposed to take a shot.
Wow.
Matt.
Listen, you guys.
It was
It
keeps
you
getting
hand me
bigger
a
and
bottle.
bigger. And this
I wouldn't drink it in an emergency.
Knock yourself
Since it's
down.
an emergency.
You were coked out of your mind. You could see dust on the floor.
Okay.
That would be
So-
for you.
My understanding is you guys are going to release the pigeon near the music hall. He's going to track it with the telescope. The two of you are going to ride horses and try to chase it through the city.
Yeah, I have my personal horse and a few.
You guys are going to chase it on foot.
Then the dog's following him in that direction.
In the hope,
smell
hoping
possibly.
to follow the smell.
Yep.
And what, if anything, are you going to do?
Watch this.
Chuckle at them?
Yeah.
I really don't want to watch the pigeon. I want to watch them barreling through the city on horseback.
Which is fine. You're welcome.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
welcome to
Is
do
that,
that.
is that okay?
No, I'll watch
got
it.
a
Are we
You're
okay to
fine.
do that?
Sure. I want to watch this on
You're okay until somebody tries to stop you.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a road warning,
Or
so
when you run over those peasants, just don't worry about it.
When the witch hunters say stop, it's all a matter of whether you stop or not. So, okay, which pigeons are you going to release? Like I said, you have two
Yeah.
that are instinctually will return to the haulage, and two that will go from wherever they are to some other location that would have been sent from the haulage.
Yep. In some other location, one of those,
Okay.
and whichever one's smallest.
Okay. So,
It goes in there, plop.
You gotta
Yeah.
try to lead the pigeon.
They're dead. I didn't feed them for days.
Yeah. You gotta try to lead the
You're
pigeon.
exhausted. You just boom.
They
okay.
bonded with me because
So you are at the tower. So the way it's going to work, you're going to be rolling a perception check. With modifiers for range and so forth. So, I mean, realistically, for you with a telescope, it's going to be just your perception. Should be fairly easy for you to follow a pigeon.
Okay.
Hopefully, unless you get distracted. For the two of you, it's going to be a writing check.
Yep.
And a perception check.
Would this would you consider this
good to do either.
me able to use my Rough Rider talent?
I don't know what the Rough Rider talent does.
Sorry.
Assuming you have the right skill, you can direct your mount to take an action, not just a move, without a ride test.
Okay, I'll give you a plus 20 on your riding check because of your ability to control the horse.
I also have Crack the Whip, which gains another movement for the horse.
That
Assuming I have-
that doesn't matter. It's more
Okay.
maneuverability rather than speed.
Is this an average test or
It's going to be a challenging test, so the plus 0,
good luck?
because you're trying to maneuver through the crowds and so forth.
Yeah, but you have to be sitting on the top of a horse.
Little feet doing
trap.
this. Yeah.
Or
stand
stand
It's a
there
trap
with back.
horse, I think.
Did you want me to do something?
I'd like to reach your ribs, please.
I kick it in the side. It doesn't feel it. And you guys are trying to chase it on foot?
I'm following the dog.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not chasing it.
You want to
Okay, you're just moving through the city.
We're going in the general direction.
Okay, so dog can keep up without any problem. It's
Great.
going to just roll, I'll say perception, but I'm going to give it half skill because the bird is flying and with the rest of the smells and everything for that purposes. Okay? It doesn't need to
I don't
worry
know
about
why-
riding or anything.
I don't know why the people not on a horse aren't with me.
Dogs have a cute sense of smell.
I understand that, which is why I'm giving it the option for it.
Took us forever.
I'm not moving.
So
I know,
it's,
but that
what
would
is
get
it
over
challenging?
It's challenging and then whatever half its skill
I
is.
don't have that good perception.
I don't.
Not that
Okay.
Whatever half its
You
perception
should
is.
take your helmet off.
It doesn't.
No,
It does have its own character sheet, doesn't it?
Oh,
I
you
don't
got
have-
nothing? Stop
No,
that.
I don't have a
Could I
voice.
instead be
I
with
can't
you?
find it.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's other ones
Okay.
I've taken mine.
I
You guys
have
have a
a leather
telescope?
skull.
I don't have a
telescope.
telescope. I'm mainly going to
And it's just perception.
watch and fail,
Literally nothing.
but mainly find where the elf points out what building it is, so I know.
So you know where geographically it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'd be a bronze for you to get to the tower.
Okay.
Are we doing it?
Oh.
Are we staying at the base of the tower then?
I was saying at the top.
You're staying at the top?
Because
He wants
then
to
the
see
elf-
what building it is.
Yeah, so we could see the
That was a
building
really good roll.
and then go over to it. Because we're wandering through the streets, they're riding on horseback. We're probably gonna lose them.
Yeah. I will. I'll stand at the entrance to
Wait.
the tower,
Bright skills
waiting for them to
agility.
come back down.
What's that?
Bright skills agility.
All right, whatever it is.
Then
And-
I'm going to take off my Maestro. Or, yeah.
Sure. Whatever you want to do as far as armor and so
But if
forth.
you
So
take it
your
off,
plan is just to stay out of it and wait for the results.
If
Yeah, but
If the
I
case
can
is
put
we're
on
going-
horse.
if he's going up top, then I'm following with these two.
You're going to follow the horses?
No, the people overwatching this.
Okay, so you go to the tower also.
Yeah.
You going up top or staying down with Andy?
I'm going up top.
One bronze.
Okay.
I'm
Does
down
this
there
place
playing in
work
my
off-
new armor, just waiting. Like,
Donations or work off just the cities.
City taxes.
Okay. Then I don't give a donation.
Oh, they'll accept donations. But yeah, it's city taxes. It's a commission.
Just wait till they charge it to go down.
Yes, it's a silver to go back down.
but you can go down the fast way if you want. That's free.
Do you want the easy way or the normal way?
I'm just standing there, guys are falling out of the tower.
I can take it.
The elf falls and goes flat. The dwarf falls and gets up.
Yeah. So if he was playing,
That's
sounds like a
smoke
bell.
crater.
You have a heart
Smoke
attack.
crater.
Okay, so you guys are over here at the
Ground.
at the College of
Music.
Okay, so who has the pigeon?
I think he did.
I did. I took a pigeon to put perfume on it.
Okay, so you have the pigeon that you were releasing, and this is one that's going away from the college to wherever it goes. Okay, so you get the pigeon ready. You hop on your horses. You shake up the pigeon, confusing it.
He has a shaking baby syndrome, and it dies.
You take the pigeon, you shake it up, and throw it in a building. Okay, you have a second pigeon.
I don't know why I didn't go anywhere, guys.
I love the fact that it just starts out with him shaking the shit out of an animal. Animal handling!
Pigeon has a little note on it, it's like, do not shake before releasing.
They start putting tags on shit just because of your character.
Fucking warning labels on everything.
Oh, in case of halfling, do not shake.
Remove halfling before closing strolling. Yeah.
Okay, so you release the pigeon. It flies up and out in this direction. Give me a
Wait,
riding check.
Wait, which direction?
I already rolled.
Oh, I'll go and roll.
I rolled. I failed.
Oh man.
So is it
You
going to be
didn't do any
challenging
better.
or
No.
No, I
It's
got
going to be
plus
challenging. All the things are challenging
one.
because you're stressful
Yeah.
trying to keep
Did
track.
you add your plus?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I had only
Okay, so Heinrich spurs his horse off. You
very skilled in riding skills.
spur your horse, and you fall behind, but Tolman takes off and heads in the right direction. So you follow
I have the
behind,
plus stuff.
but have a current minus 20 penalty.
Your kick
Okay.
is like a slow trot.
You see the bird take off, and initially it's fairly easy to follow it.
Tries
Okay.
to swat me with its
It
tail.
flies up and over this neighborhood, circling over in this direction.
Which way?
Do you see the purple line?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
it
just
did.
up
It
there.
took a little bit.
I was going to head towards the keep.
Okay.
Or-
Go ahead and give me a second riding check for the two of you.
It's going to the graph.
Okay. Tolman continues to fall behind as the crowd.
I have very good ride skills.
He's
I have a lot
crashing
of
through
time.
stalls.
He's just hanging onto the tail.
I
That's
have
what I'm seeing right
730.
now.
Okay.
as It's going.
The dog is barking along with you, keeping an eye on it and everything. He thinks it's great fun. You're not really sure whether the dog is following you or the bird, but you're at least going in the same direction.
Okay.
Okay, so functionally what it means is the dog will only need to roll if you lose track of the bird or
Okay.
can't keep up. Okay? You can still see him, although you're falling further behind.
I
Okay?
found a cheeseburger.
I should have put the damn wagon on the
I'm like, well,
horse.
this is gonna be super easy to follow. Look where he is. He's right over there.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting distracted mildly as you go because you keep seeing the other horse crash into things.
Property damage.
Okay, so the bird continues flying over this way and circles quickly below the tower. You guys down below, or you down below?
Yeah.
You see birds,
Yeah.
but you don't really
Right.
realize any of them are,
Hey,
are
there's
unique.
Frank.
Yeah, they're birds. Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check to keep track of it and a writing check.
Another writing check for me?
Yep.
I rolled bad.
Yes! That one.
Nice.
I ordered that one.
He's
yeah.
standing on the horse now.
Catch the pigeon. He's just on
You leap through the crowd as Thad attempts a writing check.
There's stairs right there. He's like, stairs, you need stairs.
I love my horse.
golden stitch cap.
I love my
Hey,
As Tolman reaches the stairs and the horse decides to rebel and he loses track of everything. He can't get the horse to continue.
You see the
I love my
It
horse.
sucks, man. Look at my roll.
That one wasn't bad.
I love
But I put the
my
minus 20
horse.
penalty on
Right.
it because I figured I'm still behind.
I love my
Okay.
horse. It's my best friend.
A bird starts to fly south
just
over the amphitheater.
Oh my!
over there.
Doing a full loop.
Jesus.
It goes right back down to the fucking tower. I don't know what the hell birds I took.
Yeah, it's going straight there.
Give me a writing check, Ben, and you can roll for the dog just in case.
Oh,
That's what happens when a halfling shakes it up before he throws it.
Still going to.
Okay, so you're running through the
It's
park.
third eyes going this way.
Locals and everything are getting out of the way quickly, but you're
I mean,
able to
I
keep
am-
up with it.
I am dressed in a road warden outfit.
Yeah.
Perception's
Really?
initiative.
As I'm watching this, I go, dwarf, I just want to point out it wasn't my idea to follow it on horseback.
And then the bird continues off to the east and flies out over the wall.
Wow, nice job,
Give me a
Biscuit.
perception check at this point now that it's quite a bit further out.
Oh, it's
Which is
past
still not
the
a problem.
wall?
What is 104?
You can still see it and keep
auto
up with it.
averaged.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I only have take 2
Well-
successes off of that.
It doesn't matter. You rolled
Okay.
39.
Alpha 104.
It auto averages now.
Yeah, 105.
Oh wait, you need my roll.
The difficulty is it automatically puts average because most tests are
Oh,
meant
supposed
for
to be
average.
average.
Okay. So what'd you get on your writing check?
Right, I need to roll that again. 4.
Okay. So you're still keeping pace with it, although it's out over the wall temporarily. You see it briefly soar over the air currents and then curves back into the place. Give me a last perception check.
And right.
Sure.
Okay.
At least you got some training for your horse.
I love my horse.
You
Okay.
just threw it in the wrong direction.
Yes!
Had to get its bearings.
Jesus.
It flies back
I
in.
lost it.
I did not.
And Ben, you keep up as you see it come to roost on a window balcony on
I
the
have a
third floor of that building.
This big building right here.
Yep.
Okay. And
That's
Would
hilarious.
he still?
Yeah,
He
I
was in
felt-
that room with me. Would he recognize that being the same room?
He recognizes the building. Seems familiar.
Right.
It's the boarding house.
yeah.
Surprised it's not burned down yet.
You said third floor.
Yeah, third floor.
I
It's like
think
the room that he rented.
Yeah, the exact room that I rented. I still actually have rented. So
Did we ever check their messages? Do they have messages?
no, they didn't have messages. None of them.
Okay.
Okay.
No voicemails.
Yeah.
either.
No.
Well, that's a waste of good rolls.
Yeah, we wasted a whole afternoon doing this shit.
Seeing where it was
I'm
going.
lost somewhere in the city on a fucking
And
horse.
we got. Well, no,
I'd say it went down behind the buildings on the other.
Yeah, you know the general location where it is, but you lost track of it as it went over the wall, or as it swooped back in.
so you're gonna come meet up with us then?
Yeah, I make note of the room and window, assuming I
That's
recognize
easy
that's
enough.
his,
Yeah.
and go meet up with the group.
Okay. So you guys gather up around the tower.
Good boy.
You are Thad. Given your rampant destruction through the city,
Yeah.
you end up are fined 4 silver or 4 bronze. I mean, for chaotic racing of horses through the streets,
Wanted destruction.
wanton destruction, and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can make this a sport.
Oh my god! Man, I'm liking the door.
I mean, we're being generous rather than putting him in jail for a couple of days.
It's the first NASCAR race.
Oh my god.
First ever
Change your
NASCAR.
name to Dick Trickle.
Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run.
That's,
Well, that was
I don't know if you know, that's a NASCAR driver.
No, wait, no,
Yeah, it
seriously.
was a NASCAR driver in the
Dick
90s.
Trickle.
Dick Trickle.
The purple pigeon route.
Yeah, that's right.
You must
Cannonball.
learn how to fly.
Okay.
So that's one.
And that's how the Chaos Call started.
I don't think we need to do the other. Let's just post up back at the other. Let's have him watch it, but let's post up back at the other.
Well, at least one of the ones we think's going back to the college.
Oh, okay. So I just take one of those out and throw it in the air.
Wait.
You gotta
I need to rest my
first.
horse.
Huh?
No, I'm just gonna watch it.
You just
He's
go
just
watch it
watching
with-
the direction to
yeah.
see if it goes
Okay.
towards the haulage.
Give me a perception roll.
This is a haulage one.
Hmm?
I think. Yeah.
They all look alike.
Yep.
Okay. Pigeon goes from here, flies up,
I'm
and
not
around.
seeing it this time. Oh, there we go.
It takes a moment to catch up. Circles around,
Comes
goes
back
down
to
over here, and then eventually comes to rest at the haulage.
well, let's throw the other one then.
Okay.
The one that's not going to college.
Well,
Or
I
big super win.
Are you ready to watch? You know,
Dude, that
getting rested
purple
there,
line
eyeball?
is so hard to see on that.
You need to blink once or twice before we throw the last one.
I'm ready. Is everybody else ready?
Yeah, I'm
course.
ready to get chasing again. Assuming my horse is all good.
I'm good.
Another
Let me channel some
going to
against
the haulage pigeon.
No, the other one.
Oh,
we're
the
we're
other
all
random
here,
one?
but we're all here at this
You
point.
guys are all at the tower at this
Yeah.
point, so you're just
He
relying
can-
on the elven
The
vision.
elfin, I'll let him chase it because he did all right the first time too. I mean,
Okay.
in case he loses.
Yeah,
it.
he's good.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
did look like a good block.
Hey, you know if you get arrested, they're gonna take everything from you, right?
everything.
They will try.
They will confiscate the dog.
Keister.
The dog makes good eats, man. They'll cook that sucker.
I love how you're the voice of the dagger.
Why?
It's like all the evil shit is because you're whispering to me. So who's really possessed by the dagger?
All I'm saying.
God damn.
Ready?
We never established that he wasn't cursed still.
That's a fair point.
You got? Did you say you had perfume? You wanted to splash on this bird?
I already did.
This is another bird.
And all I'm trying to do
okay.
is get you to
All
not
right,
take
I'm
it.
not gonna shake.
You
this
already
one
put
just in
the
case.
pigeon on the other one.
Ooh.
Well, you already put all the perfume on the other one.
I'm out of perfume.
Okay.
He puts a couple of drops, but that's
Yeah.
all he has.
All right. Here we go. I'll throw it in the air. I
I'll
don't
stick a
shake
beak
it.
into the see if it'll lick it.
No.
I don't shake it.
You don't shake the bird.
No.
Let it make sure it knows
No.
where it's going.
I just let it go.
Okay, so give me. That's fine with the perception check. Give me a series of writing checks. 5 of them.
You guys are
Five?
Fail any.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Don't get arrested.
That's 2.
Are you serious? Like every role he's been in the teens. That's ridiculous.
He's a road warden.
Yeah.
If anybody can ride, it
3?
should be him. Are you rolling a D12 or something?
No, I am not. I am not.
You literally just rolled an 11, 12, and 13.
Yeah, I know.
He'll make up for it as soon as he gets in combat.
He gets
You
past
do
it.
need to change this because you're not out.
No, for mine they are because of my rough
Yeah,
riding.
for him, because
Yeah.
because he has extra writing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I have bonuses.
As soon as
for
I
my
fail the
road
first one, I
warden
give up.
skills.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. I tried to turn the horse around.
This is the
Horse
last
continues
one.
chasing the pigeon.
No, lost the last
Oh,
one.
he slides off at the end.
Wait, that's a crit, right?
No, there's no crates for skills.
Yeah. Anyway, that
You can
pigeon
reroll.
flows around, flies around a few times,
slams.
and then comes to an end at the same place.
Okay.
You could very much
Get killed.
critically fail a riding roll. Just ask Christopher Reeve.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for us to
You can't ask him.
bust
Right,
in
'cause
this.
he's dead.
You want to cry? Watch this movie. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I can't do it.
Oh, it's so rough. He's such a good guy. Anyway,
Rough, right?
if you knew the story, George, you'd know how bad that
You know who Christopher Reeve was?
Superman.
Superman.
Okay.
At the
The original.
height of his career, he got in an equestrian accident, fell off his horse,
Broke
and broke his neck, and he was paralyzed from then
Quadriplegic.
on from the neck down. And
It was
He
not
still
like he
do-
was trick riding or anything.
it was just a freak accident.
Yeah.
He felt just right. It was horrible.
And yeah, he still lived the rest of his life doing charity work and all this other stuff. And he did all kinds of like.
He fully funded a whole bunch of stem cell research for
Yeah, I have lots of skills that boost my
Yeah, he
Okay,
dedicated the
like-
rest of his life
right
to.
time.
Alright.
So the conclusion
Oh,
is
so they can
that the pigeons
Even
leaving
they
the
skip.
haulage
They skip.
Yep.
go to the boarding house.
Yep.
The ones from the boarding house
Go to the house.
go to the haulage.
All right.
All right, let's break into this place. Let's tear it apart.
We already
Boarding house?
have.
No. We went in nicely. Ain't nobody tore it apart.
Let's go tell.
The boarding house, right?
No, we've already told
I
the
mean,
old lady
if
that
you
it's there.
recall,
Yeah.
the original start was that they had gone through Jarman's notes and his testimony, and he said that there was a safe house in Ostor, which is
Right.
what led you to the boarding house.
Yes.
From there, you determined that he maintained a room on the third floor that coincidentally happened to be the room that was now vacant.
Yeah.
That you guys took, which is where pigeons started arriving. You followed those pigeons eventually, sort of like a pigeon flight, to the haulage.
Yeah.
Where you encountered cultist activity.
Yep.
And dealt with that, including a wizard.
I didn't ever see that, so I'm just assuming.
Okay,
If
well,
that's what
they
you
dealt
found,
with a wizard
It was-
and a necromancer.
It was the path we followed going into the sewers.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
so effectively that's our new path with it.
So
So
so you probably did kill the new vizier, right? If that's what we were looking for was a necromancer.
Potentially yes, but we have no proof of such things.
Well, there.
He wasn't that fancy. I mean,
When
he
has
died with a
proof
couple axes.
ever stopped
Do you think
us?
there's a fancier?
point.
You think there's a fancier
Yeah.
wizard somewhere?
He certainly wasn't tough in combat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He had a note on it that referred to a
Not
dark-
due to lack of
a
trying.
dark place.
Dark Prince.
Dark
Reason
Prince.
it's
No,
more
he was
forget
reading
some
Harry
wizards
Potter.
without a good
Okay.
count,
The,
though.
the real,
no,
the,
that's
real
the
question,
halfway
the real question comes down to
I want
if
that
he's
full
a head wizard or a powerful wizard, is more about his overall abilities and skills, and that wizard was certainly above his levels.
But not.
But not master.
Well, he wasn't combat trained is the problem.
Gotcha.
Okay, but a cult doesn't necessarily need a combat trained wizard because they don't go straight out and fight.
Right.
He was a powerful necromancer and had a number of solid zombies that make him a threat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But if
So if there is a dark prince, you said.
Yep.
It's at the prince. Is that whatever his name's son? Is he a necromancer?
Heinrich Todbringer,
As I add more threads that don't have any true usage.
I've been
Which
saying this
son?
for the past like 4 or 5 game sessions that it's Heinrich.
It
I mean-
could be Lady Heinfeld.
Right. She
I'm
wears
I'm
purple.
definitely not related to any of these people.
It's a good thing you made a character only for that character to die.
I'm not related to any of these people.
So confused.
So let's deal with the assassins now.
Okay.
Agreed.
Because we now know
Yep.
that the further path for that quest line is going back into the sewers, which we're not prepared for currently because we need more cash.
Can we
Beautiful
go?
up here, though.
Can we go accost that lady? Just
It is a really nice view.
You just
And for the
don't
first time
cross
in
that
midnight,
Yeah.
you feel spacious.
And you probably don't smell everything either.
You're right. Other than a strange smell every time a bird flies by. It smells really rank.
It was
You got the skunk
perfume. Smelling like just boiled cow piss or something.
So we're all going to more. They're to the,
Sounds like a good idea.
and that's in the graveyard, right? All the way over.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Hey, graveyard.
wait,
Totem.
out of game.
Okay.
Like,
So all of that
characters-
excitement and
I
fun,
remember the
at
skate
this
more
point,
than
we will
dead
say
bodies.
that has used up
Hold on a second.
half the afternoon.
Sure.
That will put us at 4 p.m.
Alright, we need to stop and get some food though.
Okay, but
And
yeah,
your character does what?
yeah.
What?
Well, out of
Okay.
game. This character wasn't here when we discovered
We're gonna
this,
get
but
early dinner.
my soldier.
Second lunch.
I remember that we discovered that there were body dealings, like dead bodies being dealt with the Skaven in the
So-
tombs.
All joking aside, why the
He told me.
hell are we going to
Yeah.
the war?
There was
Yeah, we were going to go do
Because
that, but then we went to
the-
the swamp.
the captain or
And then
whatever
where
wants
I'm
us to
hanging
investigate
now,
these
that's where the graveyard
assassinations.
is, right?
And okay.
And more.
I must not have watched
The
the
premise,
Yeah,
the premise
it's
of
to
that
the-
thread, and I think it was
east
you
of
that when you were
town. East
talking to the Schutzman that he gave you that information.
East or west?
The priest of Morn
West. Sorry.
suspects
West
an
side.
assassination plot.
I see your ping right
He
there.
wants something. He
He's doing
reached
it, I
out to
think that's-
Schutzman in confidence
Looks
because
like
he doesn't want to
pretty,
start a panic
I know
or
it's,
have a false accusation.
It was on that.
But he
side.
has indications that
But I don't
that
remember if
Ace
that's
is in
it.
danger
Looks like it.
because he's seen some disturbing trends in recent deaths.
they definitely look like.
There's the
It's
information
flexible,
that I
okay.
wasn't listening to or something.
Right. He
and-
doesn't.
Okay.
It's not that he knows there is a group who's about to imminently
Something's
kill
off. He
Hayes.
feels it. Okay.
Right. There, he suspects something's up.
Okay. God, will
So-
you stop popping that bottle before I shove it in your ear?
I would inform the group. Hey, you know,
Pop it again. Pop it again.
just to warn
Pop
you
it,
guys
Pop it.
ahead of time before we go into the catacombs and deal with more people and all that stuff.
We don't.
You
go to
know-
the catacombs.
We my previous comrades had uncovered some shady dealings going on through the Moor Temple, where bodies were being like traded off to like, I mean, there was just like Skaven.
We knew about that.
But you knew about the
No,
Skaven?
it was the
no.
pre-
It was the
Previous-
previous group?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
your
okay.
priest.
The only reason
My
why I know
soldier.
about it is because his soldier told me about it when the two of us were going
Yeah,
to go do it.
when, yeah. That was a while ago.
Don't screw
I
with
just
the
remember
freaks of
that.
war.
I never said. What? You're
Why
weird.
would we go into the catacombs?
We're saying we don't go anywhere. We're going to the catacombs. And you're gonna like it.
Could the college buy the catacombs too?
I want more armor.
No.
You should have
the priests
bought
and more own the catacombs.
did, everything
and
I found.
That place reeks of magic.
They're friends.
Moore's Park is here on the west, if it will ping. Over here.
You can hold.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that place.
And that is the grave site for those who can afford a grave.
And that's where the catacombs are, right?
Yes. Everybody else is tossed off the cliff.
Which
Because
place?
they don't have a place to bury anybody because it's a
Yeah.
mountain.
You've not heard the myth.
I'm
of what
amazed they
happens
don't
to
just
people when they
burn
screw with more.
That takes
They
firewood.
die.
Yeah.
It's more.
Everybody dies.
Wood's expensive in a city on top of a mountain.
Cool.
I
God.
always
You know
wanna
what? That's a
go
good thing to say to
screw
worse to do.
with more.
Paris, man. That's what they did with Paris. They just literally tossed people in giant piles in fields and buried them. They didn't. Yeah.
They probably did it.
Eventually, when the city expanded out,
They did.
they're like,
We've seen the
"What are we gonna do with all these millions of bodies that are here?" And they dug them all up and they threw them in the catacombs.
I mean, they have miles of unoccupied tunnels under the city that they can put bodies in.
Yeah.
I like that idea too. Just like Paris.
Great place for Skaven to hide.
Now, there's entire areas of the catacombs down there that they haven't.
I've
even
seen
really
pictures.
fixed.
They actually have raves and parties and all types of stuff down.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
In the catacombs?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sections of
They're
it.
not legal.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
legal.
How about that? Because I've been to the catacombs.
I've seen pictures and videos and like
Yeah.
I watched this 30-minute. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We went
Anyways.
when we were in Germany, and
That's
it is disturbing.
Oh,
So you guys go to Moore's Park?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you get your thing you needed?
Oh, wait,
Your
yeah,
necklace?
I need
Your
to
necklace?
equip my
Nope.
things.
It's hard to find some
Oh, wait,
place
wait.
that'll sell that, but I'm sure I can get one while I'm here.
That's hurts me.
Well, as you head up there, there's a street vendor that has totems for Moors.
No, thank you. I want a true holy symbol of Moor.
It's a carefully crafted piece of wood that looks like a tombstone.
No. I'm sure one of the priests in here would be happy to part with a spare holy symbol.
I think he wants a more authentic one.
A more authentic, more totem.
All of mine are truly authentic.
If you're encumbered,
I'm not kidding.
I know.
Every one of mine I've got from a
They're
priest.
They're collectible.
They are. Every single one I've had, I got from a priest of the
They still have spirits attached, man.
He's got a pretty
I could
faithful.
carry 9.
Yeah. It's
So
not dangerous.
I'm actually not joking.
That's not dangerous at all to
Do
carry
role
around
play
all
with
those totems when you're
Max.
in fear of faith.
Gosh, I don't care. You guys kiss my ass. It was like as soon as I got it, I was like, man, worst thing I could get.
Yeah, I know. You have this tendency to pick up
Holy.
totems from dead things That's not going to lead to your death at all.
Nope.
Maybe in a grave robber ain't gonna help.
Wait, you definitely don't
Not-
have a lot of faithful
not-
symbols.
Not one of mine came from a dead body.
Oh, this is
Everyone
getting
was
worse,
given
Yes,
to me
but
willingly from
Every
a living
sentence you
priest.
say is
Until they
made
die
this
later.
But Matt, you're not
Okay.
taking into account their religious symbols, which means you have faith.
I don't
And,
have
and besides which, the knife was given freely too.
Yeah.
multiple times.
Hey, you gave him it in good faith.
Okay, so you guys head to the the Temple of Moor.
Yes.
Late in the afternoon. There are the place is relatively empty. Nothing but stone on the or snow on the few grave sites that are above the surface. Here and there is a gardener dressed in the robes of Moor, just tending to the place. They pretty much work silently and ignore you guys. There's a couple of other locals just visiting loved ones, etc. And then a large temple in the back that leads into the catacombs and so forth.
Keeping an eye out for symbols.
Okay.
Don't expect to find any here. But
There are plenty of symbols of Moor here, but there are none from the college magic.
To the temple.
Okay.
Don't know of any notable people that have died recently that maybe. What about that noble who took your place in the pits?
That wasn't a noble.
Well, there was
That
was
was
a
a-
noble that died in the pits before him
He
that
was
we
a
met in a
Nordlander.
bar.
He wasn't from here.
Yeah, but he might have had the money to be buried here, right? Or
He would have been sent home.
Oh,
He had the money to be sent home.
okay.
And then tossed off the cliff there.
So I'm going to be pausing
Possibly.
back just to look at if there's any fresh graves while everybody goes forward.
No, there are no fresh graves up here. Everything's
I can
snow-covered.
actively tell you that. If there is or not.
How?
I'm a grave robber.
Okay.
That's all I
Yeah,
do.
He's been digging recently, so.
I got some dirt on my face. Got a new necklace.
Okay. So you guys head into the temple.
You're just waving with a skeleton.
And there is fairly quickly one of the priests wanders over and says, "Sorry for your loss. Which loved one have you lost recently?"
Oh, it's future loss, I believe.
I don't have any love.
Best to plan for the future. Death comes to us all.
Absolutely. Do they have a donation box in here?
He
Like
holds up
most-
a cup when you mention it.
Yes. 2 silver. I'll drop it in.
Okay.
we seek an audience with Servile. I don't know if they would use Surrey.
Servile? Like, as in
Jaeger.
servile? Or servile?
Serval.
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 We seek an audience with
He
Jaegers.
pronounces it serval, not servile.
Notice that none of us can finish anything because as soon as somebody opens their mouth to say something, we all jump in.
We
and just
do,
dog
we do.
pile.
We seek an audience with Jaegard Vile.
Yegard
Yes,
Vile.
we're all
May I ask
And
what
teaching generations.
what business it is?
Jaegard Vile has recently enlisted the help of one of the higher up nobles in the. I don't know exactly what his position would be. What?
We have business
priest
with the
general.
crown. We're here for the crown. And you talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll see if he's available.
Trust your bird.
After a few minutes, you're directed to a middle-aged priest. Looks. He's stocky, but not necessarily athletic. With what's most notable is his left eye is almost neon green and sort of off center. And as you're talking to him, he sort of adjusts it as it's a false eye.
Love it.
Okay.
That's great.
Does it look comparatively to a stone that I've seen before?
No.
Very fucked up a warp stone eye. Wow.
Why does my head burn?
As soon as you said neon green, I'm like, nope.
The runners told me you come to speak for the crown. I assume this is regarding those murders I reported.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm glad to see the watch commander was so diligent as to send 7 of you,
Yes.
6 of you.
Six. Well,
Six.
unless you count the dog.
Yes, the dog. I noticed the dog. Please come into my office.
Come here.
What pretty eye you have.
Might I ask if the green matters?
He pops it out. If you wish to look at it, it has just an empty socket.
Yes,
That's fine.
Pulls it
I'll
out.
look at it. Does it radiate any kind of magic or anything?
I do not
No.
hold back the horrific looks in any way.
No.
I'm like, ugh!
Okay.
Oh, God, you humans are
He
disgusting.
uses the opportunity to use a
Think
dirty
that's
rag
disgusting?
and
Yes.
Off
wipe
the
out
ear.
the socket and everything.
What?
I need to take you more
No,
places.
it's just a basic
Off your
random
ear.
guy with a bad paint job.
I was asking if it was meant to like.
Oh, that's right. You haven't missed it. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, that's
Well, you know what? Well, okay.
Manuel's are even worse.
So he takes it back
Full
and
meters.
puts it back in. It looks like it's like just a little bit too big to fit in.
Straight Shannon.
So it's like he squints a bit to hold it in place.
Never heard that before.
He's asking from experience.
Yeah, right. So I am doing the halfling. What halfling usually does, and I'm looking
Danny,
around
though.
for things that I can lift off tables, specifically looking for a holy symbol of more.
Okay.
And if I don't see one readily available, let me know.
No, there are no holy symbols around. There's a couple of large, I would say, the equivalent of a crucifix or cross, but for more, like a large symbol, but more of like a desk or wall decoration.
Anything like that.
Just dragging it behind.
I'll take the
He's
encumbrance.
got a gigantic shadowy statue of Mort. I'll take that.
Whoa. He won't put on armor, but he'll
Well,
carry
let
on.
me ask you this: is it an improvised, or is it a brawling skill you use with that, or is there such a thing as an improvised weapon skill?
I think there is an improvised weapon skill.
There's not an improvised weapon. Uses your base.
Yeah.
Melee basic. It's a melee basic attack.
Okay. Anyways, he pulls out a thick ledger, lays it on the table. You see the wall behind him is just lined with equivalent books, all with markings on it that, for those of you who can read, look like dates and years, going back probably 100+ years.
Yep.
He pulls out a newish looking one, flips it open, starts flipping through pages and pages of names, and then says, yes, those murders, they were rather strange. There were 3. From what I can tell, they had no relationship in life, but they were all killed most peculiarly. Yes. His eye falls out. According to the mortician's notes, each was killed with some sort of triangular blade or stabbing motion. The first one, let's see, Anston Crone. He was a civil engineer. He was found in an alleyway in Nordtor, killed by a single blade thrust to the back of the skull.
Instant what?
Eye keeps falling out. It's distracting.
Instant what?
Instant Crone.
Anston Crone. The wound was unusual because the blade used was triangular. Okay.
Like a bayonet.
No, like a triangle shape.
Throwing star.
Yeah, that's bayonets.
Okay, bayonet. Sure. Yeah. His wife, according to the records, Britt Crone, a resident of the Wind, paid for his funeral, and his body was incinerated in the internal flame.
Do we know what that is?
That's at the Temple of Ulrich.
Ah, okay.
Those who can pay the fee, that's where they cremate people.
Okay.
And where Instant Crone did
Anston Crone died in an alleyway in Nordtor.
Do you still have any of the bodies?
Yeah, he's going to go through all of them as
okay,
far as the
good.
details.
He doesn't have that one.
Hold all questions until the end. My eye keeps falling out. It's very distracting. Okay.
Wealthy enough to get burned.
He was like I said, a civil engineer. And he gives you the name of his wife, and so forth. The second one was a person listed as Yiva. Occupation was a grocer.
Yiva.
Yiva.
Viva.
Russia?
A grocer.
Viva.
Grocery worker.
Viva.
Yiva.
Yiva.
Yes.
You said Viva.
It's my thick Middenheim accent, obviously.
We should know
He's the one who messed me up because he was like Viva, Viva. I'm like, no, it's not.
anyone in the group, you should know how to pronounce names.
One.
Yeah, Elf.
Not one.
Anyways, he worked as a grocer whose body was found at an abandoned apartment in Southtown. Suntor, technically. Yiva, she was killed by a single thrust to the back of the skull with a triangular blade as well. She was given a pauper's funeral, attended by friends from Laborers Hospice, Moore's Blessings, and tossed over the cliff.
How long ago was that?
All of these happened within the last 2 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay? That's why he thought it was unusual. If it had been a longer period, they likely wouldn't have noticed.
Both back of the neck.
Both stabs to the back of the neck.
Where was it?
Same triangular.
Yes.
Southtown.
Southtown. Suntor. Okay. The third death was a sewer jack, Paladin Gerg. The place of death and the circumstances are not listed. Although it was noted at his funeral that he died defending Middenheim when he was buried at the edge of Warrenburg. Okay, basically on the edge of the upper graveyard area. Okay. He had been slashed multiple times and stabbed in the chest with the same triangular wound. He thought it was unusual. I mean, 1 unusual wound is fine, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is most definitely Moore's hand. Therefore, he brought it to the watch commander's attention.
Okay.
Where is Warrenburg on the map?
It's the grave sites around on the surface. Where you've been digging.
Just where we're at, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are in the temple technically, but it's outside.
Yeah.
Let's go dig him up.
And the reason he was given a burial there as a recognition for military service and defense of Middenheim.
Yeah, they're not going to allow us just to exhume his grave.
But no record of where he was found.
I mean,
It was specifically
legally, that's a
stricken
whole
from the
different
book.
thing.
Yeah.
What's
They
that?
were
What
not-
if we
they
ever
were-
ask permission for
no record
anything?
was included.
If he's
Is there any? Do you know
Suddenly
who
we're
would
gonna
give
fall
that
in the
authority
wall.
or have the
Of course.
authority to?
No jaywalking.
You'd probably have to talk to the watch office, the square of marshals, talk to the sewer jacks. They're the ones that gave the.
What are
Just
Are
sit in an
sewer
intersection
jacks the
like,
same as a rat catcher?
No,
got to wait
sewer
for
jacks
crosswalk.
are effectively the town militia,
It's
but
just some guy on
assigned
the
to
side,
protect
like-
the sewers.
And we would talk to the. You said
But it's
The sewer jacks at the watch office,
oh, that's
at the
horrible.
square of marshals.
Square Marshals, this is like right in front of the,
Yeah, it's where they held the parades before.
yeah.
Military parades. But the sewer jacks are like the police force, but trained to deal with the undercity, and they patrol that area to prevent
Is that
smuggling,
career we could do?
problems, etc.
Oh, that is fun
that
career.
would be basically a tunnel fighter.
I think
for the
actually
dwarves.
there is a sewer jack career in
Holy
the
crap.
campaign.
Really?
Yeah, that's same place he got.
I
the
haven't
Iron
seen
Raider.
any of these books.
I don't think it's in it.
Yeah, sewer jack.
I haven't seen any of these books anywhere.
It's in the rat catcher.
With all every expansion book they do,
It's in the rat catcher.
they have additional careers frequently, and I add that into the file through this.
Yeah, sewer jack. It's level 3 rat catcher.
Okay, so it's a high level rat catcher.
Interesting.
But once they get to that point, they're effectively a military branch of the city defense.
Cool. Man, you could be a sewer jack. Well, halfling.
Never mind.
So, Isam, do you guys have any trouble with giant rats in here? Seeing all the dead bodies down in the catacombs or anything like that? I know you guys. patrol
None
and
that
take care of them.
we've seen anytime recently. I mean, we have the occasional rats, but the rat catchers and the sewer jacks tend to deal with those.
Have you?
So
have you
no
had-
man beasts
Yeah.
or beast men, man beasts.
Oh no, such creatures don't exist down here.
So what about have
We
you had
maintain a clean catacombs.
any issues with any maybe of your younger priests? What do you call those? Acolytes? Perhaps trying to do dark dealings that they shouldn't be with dead bodies, and I'm going to do an intuition check.
Okay.
As he answers.
Okay.
Specifically, we have heard there may be some issues going on here where bodies are being traded or sold, or
Oh yes, you talk about the recycling market. Yes, we do have a few acolytes here and there that are occasionally tempted to dispose of extra pieces. After all, most of the poppers are tossed from the cliff, so there's plenty of opportunity for that. As is Moore's way, they will all eventually pay the price.
Where is this market? Is it some place where you go to interact? Or?
No, it's
just a general.
He's referring to the general.
It's like the black
corpse trade.
I get it.
That exists. So it's not something that's approved by Moore, but their stance is, you're dead already anyways. You're in Moore's hands. The body is just the vessel. They don't really care about that. And if you're doing anything against Moore, they're not going to judge you because Moore will hold you accountable at the end.
So,
my was a scam.
That's right.
My concern is that I was specifically under the influence. Actually, hard evidence that the issues were happening down in your catacombs. There were actually meetings occurring.
Oh no, nothing like that would happen at our place.
Intuition check.
How big are the catacombs?
Huh?
Like
very big.
Yeah.
Like vast. Like
yes.
They don't have enough people to maintain the whole place.
Yes.
Average or challenge?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
Average is fine.
Just looking through the careers.
Ooh,
yeah.
Extra old.
He probably is aware of rumors like that, and he's trying to keep face. But he doesn't seem concerned about the question either.
Okay.
Does he have a?
Anything like that, like Ben was saying, the catacombs are big enough. They don't have enough priests to patrol the whole thing continuously. So between the underground and the underworld, there's plenty of people who could get access there and do things.
Do they have a map of the catacombs?
No.
So
okay,
that is where what I'll lead into understanding the intuition check that I got. I'd say, well, listen, if you have concerns of anything that may be, I understand that you're priests. You should not be risking yourselves going deeper or answering to any issues you may find in the catacombs. But hey, we have an iron breaker. And with that, it'd be the head of the spear to deal with anything that you may have concerns with in your catacombs. So perhaps now with respect to Moore, would be the time to divulge said information and let us know that you have some concerns in your catacombs that need to be addressed.
Okay. No, we've had no trouble in the catacombs for ages. Nothing that he's aware of, at least.
Well, here's our card.
Yeah.
He's curious about it. He understands what you're saying, and if there is any such thing, he'll certainly let the watch commander know to engage you.
Don't go to the watch commander. Come to us directly. The watch has enough to deal with the surface. You know as well. Okay. I would assume you know as well as any of the other individuals that deal with the Underdark, like the dwarves. They'll never get assistance from the watch.
Underdwellers.
So come to us. You can find us at the
Old Ale Inn.
Old Ale Inn.
Old Ale.
Let us know, and we will.
Okay, I'll send word if there's any trouble, other than the occasional corrupt jack or roguish element that might be down there. We've never had any trouble in the catacombs.
What's Moore's rules on digging up bodies? Like for investigation.
Well, it's not to be done.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just wondering. I don't know much about your religion.
No.
Just wondering as I slide my shovel back into my backpack.
I think that's one of their fanatical points.
Yeah.
The body cannot be exhumed for any reason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. I like it.
That's because I'm kind of against digging up the body also.
Yeah, once they're put to final rest, they're done. That's it. So.
Speaking of,
haven't I seen you around recently?
Would you happen to have a holy symbol of Moore that, could be spared that maybe you would give to An acolyte that might be hoping to pursue the aspiring aspects of war.
Although I admire your interest in the Lord of Death, it takes many years of study to be able to earn his respect.
Even just a holy symbol.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, you have been alive for many years.
I have. Almost 100.
Yeah.
If you're interested in taking up the faith, I can direct you to a appropriate convent.
If only that were something that one of my blood were able to do. It's my understanding, although
More welcomes all.
but it's my understanding that although I've never pursued those powers, the higher powers of gods, that elves are unable to channel the deific powers of humans.
We do not worship more for the influence and power it brings, but only to serve his will.
Yeah.
All these big words.
Understood.
I wander out.
That's the many years of training and contemplation.
So do you.
I don't.
I do not.
So, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have any holy symbols. He's just giving out.
Just wait till I become a war priest.
What was funny is that every other priest I've come with, everyone had a wooden hole.
Minor deity.
I understand that. Yeah. His view is it's a protected cult.
I get it.
And it's not just something to be handed out because they're holding life and death in their hands.
If I could worship a god and get the priest ranks, more is who I would worship.
Yeah.
Either that or is it Shalia? Who's the
Shalia.
Shalia or no?
Shalia is healing.
Raya.
Nature.
It was one of those two, but I can't. You guys,
You can worship them,
but elves
you just
can't
can't
go.
be blessed.
But that's my point.
go
It's
priest.
stupid. I can't become a priest.
Sure you can. You can do everything other than the spell ability.
Yeah, no,
You
not
just
doing
take. Listen, if you
Okay.
take enough mushrooms, you
Yeah.
can see. Right.
that. It states
The
specifically
mechanics you cannot.
become priest.
My shrink today.
It's also partly elf.
Psycho
Psychoactive.
He'd be ostracized and have all sorts of other drawbacks. But
Depression.
personally, as far as I'm concerned, anybody can take any career that somebody's willing to teach you.
Because I went to
You might
the
not
gift
get all the benefits. Like I said, you can be a priest who can't cast spells. That's a perfectly viable path.
No, thank you.
It's maybe not what you want.
He wants the power.
Okay, which is why Moore doesn't want you.
It's okay. You wouldn't use it anyway. You
The
just charge the
power,
enemy.
the power over life and death. Come on now. Who wouldn't want that?
Don't you know? You start worshiping more. All you're going to talk about is poems.
No, it'll just lead to his death.
And he'll actually have faith, so more
know.
will welcome him.
Yeah.
You're already pasty white. Could you imagine if you were like?
Even more pale.
Is there anything else I can assist you? If not, I have ceremonies to perform.
No, we appreciate the information. I'm happy to.
Do you have any sketches of the wounds or anything like that?
No.
Were any weapons?
Oh, who?
No weapons
Who-
were found.
Does it say who found the body?
No. They just recorded the death.
We need to speak to the people who put it.
The next time you guys get one of these bodies, could you send a runner to come find us before you provide rites and bury them? So that I am a trained physician, so I would like to examine the bodies before we lay them to rest
Okay.
Yeah, but
to ensure that
small hands.
Makes
I
it
can
even
get into
better.
smaller
Yeah.
places.
Very seriously, he'd be
Yeah.
even a best. They'd be the best.
Do you want to
physicians
do a
out
thing
there.
other than doing your open heart surgery?
I'm gonna reach in there.
Yeah, exactly. Just let
Grab
me pull
the
the heart
entire-
out and then I'll stitch it.
Yeah.
You just grab
So,
the entire heart.
as-
It's like, yeah, that's
I
what
asked
you do.
if that would be
Put back.
something they would do as a service
Good.
to the city.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
guys-
If we come
don't
upon
you guys
another one,
pretend
we'll
I
let
when
you
you
know.
drink alcohol?
Please, thank you.
I'd like to, on the way out through the graveyard, I'd like to go inspect
Just pour it
Paladin
out.
Gerd's gravesite.
Okay.
Paladin.
Paladin Gerd.
Paladin Gerd.
I put paladin.
Paladin. Not paladin.
Okay.
Paladin.
He has a small, but fresh gravesite.
So days or weeks?
Days.
Days.
But all the deaths happened within the last 2 weeks. His was the most recent. He's been buried only a few days. The gravestone is still fresh. It has a little bit of snow and ice on it, but that's about it. There's no flowers or any other decorations. According to the gravestone, it has his name, a date a couple of days ago. the phrase "died defending Mindenheim," which you see on several of the gravestones in this area, and then the symbol of the Sewer Jack Guild.
Do I from my time with the rat catchers?
Yeah, you're familiar with the guild. Like I said, they are effectively the sewers equivalent of protection, police, and engineer repairs.
Are they generally just all dwarves?
No.
This is the
human
tier
equivalent.
3 rat catcher.
Okay.
Tier 3 rat catcher. Yeah,
This is another term for it then.
Well,
tier 3 is Sewer Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I guess I never noticed.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's apprentice rat catcher, Sewer Jack, giant rat.
So you become a rat though last year.
Yes.
The rats catch you.
Okay. Cool.
You become a druid, wild shaped
I,
That would be awesome.
so
Cannibalistic giant rat.
Yes.
that's probably the rest of the afternoon for us, right?
That's a bit of time talking to him. Let's see, where are we at? We'll say 6 o'clock at this point.
Dinner?
Again?
So,
Every
Hey,
2
you asked for
hours.
Second lunch. This is
yeah.
first dinner.
You guys realize it's 17 after at this point, right?
yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So we'll wrap up here, and then we'll continue next time to figure out what you guys have enough notes now as far as this.
Now, hopefully we can get started.
Okay.